Jesse. Can you hear me?
Greetings, Black family, greetings. And thank y'all for tuning into another episode of Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase. I'm your host, Chan Crummer, and we're joined with our West Coast correspondent who the show is named after, Shabaka, Stan Corey. And
greetings from San City.
And on this season 11, episode 3 of Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase, in conjunction with the Frontline Black News.
Hey, Matt.
We'll be discussing several topics. The first topic is Black Friday. The true history of Black Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we need all dumb bunnies and ignorant people to call in because you will get educated on Black Friday. And I do know the word is educated. And we are asking for people with intelligent comments, questions, and conversation.
Then we got so the true history of Black Friday, which marks the start of the holiday season. Thanksgiving rant for 2025. Remembering Viola Fletcher, Tulsa race massacre survivor. What Ancestral did Miss Viola Fletcher leave for FBA? 2 white men plan to conquer Haitian island. The history of Latinos aligning themselves with white extremists. Update: Broward County Sheriff fires cowardly deputies. Deported African woman gets dragged by Ghanaians. And if we have time, is Pan-Africanism a threat? And who was behind the DC National Guard ambush? And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced is based on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the original Blacc Panther Party for self-defense. It started on Blogtalk Radio back in 2016 and have been around for 11 seasons now. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced covers the Black experience from the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago. And is also part of the Frontline campaign, has recently, within the last 2 years, moved from Blogtalk Radio to Streamyard. Please make sure you like and share the show. Please join us on Streamyard, YouTube, Frontline Black News. The links to all of our channels are in the description, including Frontline Black News, Frontline Black News 2, my personal page, Just a Parish, aka Chan Crummer, the RBA, Lady Chase channel, The Revolutionary Agenda, Jay Militant's channel, What's Crackin' TV with Jay Militant, Kukizi's channel, Kukizi, the Church of Black Power, Watts brother out of Houston, Texas, is now in our brother that's out of Watts, California, who's now in Houston, Texas. His link is in the description. Black Truth United, our young brother, who we're gonna play one of his videos this morning. His YouTube brother is in the description. Submit certified FBA businesses to Black Truth United's Rolodex. That link is also in the description. The B1 Rolodex, which is the modern day Blue Book. That link is in the description. The petition for reparations is in the description. There's several GoFundMe's in the description, and including Lady Chase. And we got a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use of purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Teaching, scholarship, and research. And I do not own the rights to the music. And if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you in all 9, 10 areas of human activity or people activity. And that is economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And some say health and nutrition. And that's by Nellie Fuller Jr., who transitioned back in February of 2025 this year. ProduceJustice.com. And when you, a Black person, are captured by any race soldier, you must never fuss, fight, or flee. Comply and defend yourself in court. Also by Nellie Fuller Jr., ProduceJustice.com. And last but certainly not least, we got racism, white supremacy as conscious and subconscious behavior to maintain white genetic survival, to prevent white genetic annihilation. Now, that's by the great Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. So those are the topics. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I hope everybody had a good holiday yesterday, even though we don't really celebrate that nonsense. But for those that do, I hope you had a good time. So Shabaka, I'm going to play this first clip about Black Friday. Well, I got 2 clips about Black Friday.
All right. And please fill up the chat room. Are we on YouTube, Brother Jay?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Please fill up the chat room with your hate mail and what have you, because you're going to get educated this morning.
All right, so the first one is from Gullah Geechee Tours. And it says Black Friday bargain in Charleston, the Charleston Slave Auction Market, Gullah Geechee Black History.
Okay, and is that Charleston, South Carolina, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's only Charleston I can think of. Yes.
Okay.
Charleston, South Carolina, where my ancestors slaved at.
Okay. Now, if you notice the architecture that you see right here in your photo, as that there definitely came from the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there.
A field hand, a cook. Look at this on the slave market on Black Friday. You're looking rich, mighty rich, eating real good. There you go. Don't take that toy. That's the one. That's the one. Yep, too late now. Wow. I mean, look at him coming with the dog. I want you to look at this. On Black Friday. Wow. Too critical.
So that's the first one.
Okay.
This is the second one.
Okay.
Imagine a single day when millions of people from stores hunting for the best deals of the year. That's Black Friday, a shopping phenomenon that has become synonymous with massive sales, long lines, and even the occasional shopping frenzy. But how did we get here? What's the story behind Black Friday? And why does it always come right after Thanksgiving? Let's dive into the surprising origins and evolution of this mega shopping day. Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving in the United States, marking the unofficial start of the holiday shopping season. Retailers offer huge discounts on products, and shoppers flock to stores, both physical and online, to snag the best deals. Over the years, it has become more than just a shopping day. It's a cultural event. People plan their purchases weeks in advance. Some even camp outside stores to be the first inside when the doors open. But while today, it's all about sales and profits, the term Black Friday didn't originally have a cheerful meaning. Its roots lie in chaos and economic struggles, not doorbuster deals. To understand its transformation, we have to go back in time. The history of Black Friday is a tale of 2 distinct evolutions, one tied to the financial world and the other to retail. The term Black Friday was first used in the 19th century, but it had nothing to do with shopping. Instead, it referred to a financial crisis. On September 24, 1869, 2 speculators, Jay Gould and James Fisk, tried to manipulate the U.S. gold market. Their scheme collapsed, causing the stock market to crash. This day of financial ruin was dubbed Black Friday because of its devastating impact. Fast forward nearly a century to the 1950s, and we see the term being used in a completely different context. In Philadelphia, the Friday after Thanksgiving became notorious for its chaotic crowds. People flooded the city for two reasons: to shop and to attend the Army-Navy football game held that weekend. The surge in visitors overwhelmed the city's police force, leading to traffic jams, increased shoplifting, and overworked officers. Local law enforcement began referring to the day as Black Friday due to the headache it caused them. Retailers weren't too fond of the negative connotation, but they saw an opportunity. By the 1980s, they had successfully rebranded Black Friday as a positive shopping event. They spun the narrative, saying it was the day their businesses moved into the black, meaning they became profitable for the year. This clever marketing move helped reshape Black Friday into the commercial juggernaut we know today. To understand why Black Friday follows Thanksgiving, we have to look at the broader cultural and economic trends in the United States. Thanksgiving has long been a day of gratitude, family gatherings, and of course, feasting. But by the mid-20th century, it also became the perfect precursor to holiday shopping. People were already in a festive mood after Thanksgiving. With Christmas just around the corner, many families began planning their holiday gift purchases. The Friday after Thanksgiving naturally became a convenient day for shopping. For those lucky enough to have the day off work, it was an ideal time to head to stores and kickstart their holiday preparations. Another factor was the growing importance of the Christmas shopping season to the economy. Retailers wanted to maximize sales in the weeks leading up to Christmas, and Black Friday became the launchpad for this critical period. Over time, it solidified its place as the unofficial start of holiday shopping. In the late 20th century, Black Friday began to evolve into the frenzy we know today. Retailers started opening their doors earlier and offering limited-time deals to draw in massive crowds. Shoppers, eager to snag bargains, responded enthusiastically. By the 2000s, some stores were opening as early as midnight, blurring the lines between Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But with this popularity came some darker moments. Stories of shoppers trampling each other or fighting over discounted items began to surface. Videos of chaotic store openings became infamous, painting a stark picture of consumerism at its extreme. Despite this, the allure of Black Friday remained strong. The advent of online shopping further transformed Black Friday. In the 2010s, e-commerce giants like Amazon started offering online-only deals, allowing people to shop from the comfort of their homes. This gave rise to Cyber Monday, the Monday after Black Friday, which focused on digital deals. Together, these events have turned the entire post-Thanksgiving weekend into a shopping marathon. While Black Friday started in the United States, the UK, Australia, and even Brazil have adopted their versions of Black Friday. Retailers in these countries recognize the appeal of offering big discounts, especially as online shopping made international deals more accessible. Interestingly, in some countries, Black Friday is celebrated without Thanksgiving. It's purely about the sales, proving how powerful the concept has become as a marketing tool. Black Friday isn't just about shopping. It reflects deeper cultural and economic trends. It highlights the significance of consumerism in modern society, the lengths businesses will go to attract customers, and the ways people are willing to adapt their routines for a good deal. For some, Black Friday is a family tradition, with relatives planning their shopping routes together. For others, it's a source of frustration, representing the excesses of capitalism. Regardless of where you stand, there's no denying its impact.
Exactly. And I'm going to elaborate on that.
Way from its origins as a chaotic day in Philadelphia. It's a fascinating example of how a single day can evolve into a global phenomenon, driven by economic forces, cultural shifts, and clever marketing. Whether you love it, hate it, or simply tolerate it, Black Friday is here to stay, at least for now. Buying a Black Friday deal. Take a moment to think about the history behind it. It's not just about discounts. It's a reflection of how deeply shopping is woven into the fabric of our lives. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.
Yeah, whatever. All right, Shabaka. What are your
All right, here we go.
With history?
Okay, we all know about Adam Smith's invisible hand theory, okay? Which means that everybody goes out there, supports their own means by any means necessary, lies, deceit, bullshit, shadows. Black Friday is that. Now, what is presented that Brother Che just showed told the biggest goddamn lie that was ever heard, okay? Black Friday was the day when white men would go to the slave auction blocks and purchase young black girls as young as 12 years old for their white sons, okay? That's what that was about. Now, slavery contributed greatly to the gross national product, which is the total amount of money that is spent on goods and services. The majority of these, yes, sir.
So there's a narrative running around online that's a myth. So what is your source of information?
The source of information is that research that I've done over the last 20 years, number one. Sitting in college courses, you know what I'm saying, with rows of fools who was copying my notes, listening to these misguided professors. Lerone Bennett, who was a very, very knowledgeable man. As you know, he was a senior writer of the Ebony magazine or Johnson Publications and what have you. And that's the source of my information. Now, on this subject right here, Brother Chaz, you already know me well enough. I do not debate with idiots on this. You are a very highly intelligent man. I am not calling you an idiot. First, let me make that perfectly clear, by the way. Now, for some odd reason, with this invisible hand theory, it's like what Michael Douglas said in the movie Wall Street. Greed is good, which it is not. Okay, is because, you know, people, you know, have been assaulted on Black Friday. I would imagine there's been a few homicides on this. The society is conditioned is, well, if you don't give me nothing for Christmas, you don't love me or anything like that. And then, of course, the sad part about it is of how they manipulate the children with this Santa Claus shit. Yes, sir.
Shabaka, not to cut your wisdom, but what is the history of Wall Street?
Oh, as we all know that we have stated before many times, Wall Street is where they used to sell slaves in New York State, on Wall Street.
Okay, thank you for that.
So and keep in mind, yes.
So our ancestors were the first stocks and bonds that were sold on Wall Street.
That part. And then not to mention the fact that the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank of the United States, had stole all the money from the Freedmen's Bank and then tried to blame those who were administrating the Freedmen's Bank as being incompetent, inept, crooked. But the actual crooks are the ones who is running this Wall Street with the slavery, plus with the stock market. You see, why do you think when the stock market crashed in 1929, you know, you had these white folks jumping out of windows, killing themselves because they lost all their fortunes? But us as a people, due to slavery, that resilience was put into us indirectly for the right to survive. And then, as you know, Black entrepreneurs, you know, who had their patents on stuff like that. Then they came up with the patent office to go steal a lot of the intellectual property of the inventions by Black people that we've done on shows in the past, okay? I would debate with any ass scratcher, any Yassa boss, any coon, any house Negro on this. This is not hatred. We are stating facts.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
See, and this is why, why they burned down the Black Wall, not only in Tulsa, but Rosewood, Florida, I believe. From what I understand, something similar happened in Los Angeles as well, too. As soon as they see us making money and becoming self-sufficient, they want to destroy us. J. Edgar Hoover stated that the mere organization of Negroes, regardless of the call, is a threat to national security.
B1, please. Thanks for joining us. Grand Rising to you.
Yo, what it do?
We're just going over Black Friday right
Salute,
now.
Shabaka. Shit, it's been way before Grand Rising for me. I've been at work since 4 o'clock this morning.
Damn.
Oh man, you putting in the grind, boy, for real. Woo-wee. You know what I'm saying? So what we doing, Brother Breeze? We just simply here stating facts. You know that.
I hear y'all stating them facts. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And we love being hated. I prefer to be liked, but we enjoy being hated is because there is what is that there, Brother? I think said it. Is that there cannot be any type of intellectual growth without controversy or something to that effect?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yep, it's just like that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And then keep in mind is that if it wasn't for us through our slave labor, the economy of the United States would collapse.
Oh,
they know it.
That's damn right. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
They had so many millionaires because of slavery. Just look at what New Orleans. Let's just go look at New Orleans. They had the most amount of goddamn millionaires in New Orleans before the collapse because of slavery, and because black people were being hated on with racism, redlining, Jim Crow, all of that. We the niggas who actually saved the damn country, because when it collapsed, nobody had money but niggas.
Yeah. That's why they burned down the Black Wall Street. You see, they got tired of us being self-sufficient.
Every black town.
Yeah, every black town got burned to the ground.
Yeah.
On Black Wall Street, they was afraid that it was getting so big that they was going to be able to establish international trade, and they had to put a stop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then if we did establish international trade, then we probably might have had overseas partners. You see what I'm saying? That might wanted to invest with us and things of this nature as well, too. So therefore, in these misguided educational indoctrination centers, they want a black person to hate himself, love everything other than himself. And you don't see this here with other groups. White folks tell you about George Washington, a raping, slave trading pedophile. They tell you about Thomas Jefferson, another raping, slave trading pedophile. You see what I'm saying? And we're supposed to sit up here like Malcolm X has stated that we're supposed to love the slave master more so than we love ourselves. As Malcolm stated, you had the house Negro, you had the field Negro. The field Negro will go up there to the house Negro and say, hey, man, let's escape. Let's run away. Let's get away from this evil master. What the house Negro tell you? Man, you must be crazy. What's better than what we got here? And then when the master got sick, the house Negro will go up there and say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. Okay. The house catch on fire. What's the matter, boss? Our house on fire. And then a house Negro will work more diligently to put out the fire than his master. But then when we bring up such facts, oh, you guys are black racists. First place, there's no such thing as a black racist, okay? It's because this was pointed out in the Blacc Panther's 10-point party program. We don't control no economical means to implement any type of racism. We don't control no police departments, which are, as Brother Chad and I has stated, were policy enforcers. They evolved from the slave traders. Okay, Bruce, let's say you and I and Che, we're on a plantation and one of us got rumor, hey man, guess what? They got gold in California. Man, we're gonna haul ass following the sunset, man, to get to the Pacific Ocean. We're gonna bum rush that gold up there in El Dorado County.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the white slave master, he would bring his Negroes with their brain dead asses. Well, boss, yes, hey, start digging that gold up out of there. You say, but guess what? About California, when it became a state, y'all, it outlawed slavery. Yeah, it was a free state. So, which happened like with our girl there, who was putting the gold mines by a slave master from.
And our sister, they named it after the sister Khalifa, and then our other sister who was out there who made a whole bunch of money, she had to fight for her freedom to get free because ain't this supposed to be a slave-free state? And they had to let that sister go.
Yep.
Right.
And
that same sister went and established her businessman down there on Spring Street in downtown Los Angeles. What's that there, Brother Chair? About 1852, I believe. And she had
1862 around there.
Yeah, around that time. And so she became a millionaire, what have you, or she got well off. You see what I mean? And then keep in mind,
like millionaire in California.
Yeah. Okay. And then also keep and two people, okay, well, a lot of these Negroes are saying, well, you had black slave owners. Biggest goddamn lie ever told. What was happening was
that's the biggest
because we was going to the auction block.
Here's the thing, they say that nonsense, but they don't tell the whole story. The reason why we have black slave owners because they was buying their family members. You
had to buy your family.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, that part. You see what I'm saying? But you get these Sambo ass scratching, Yassa Boston, chicken pecking, Uncle Tom, no good, Lord and shit, Negro. We are the same.
Shabaka be throwing them slights, yo. I swear to God, he be throwing them heavy. That's why I said that first night we came across each other, I was like, y'all trying to tear me down. I'm like, I love y'all. I'm like, yo, y'all, you and
Shabaka be throwing them haymakers like
fire.
Oh yeah. And then let me say to my haters out there that I've been arguing with in the boxing groups, I want to make this perfectly clear. Muhammad Ali would have kicked the shit out of Rocky Marciano.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and keep that there in mind to all my haters who I've been blocking, is because, as Brother Chad pointed out, is that they put these assholes up in there to trigger you so they can get your page blocked. So delete and block idiots. Okay?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was saying that, I woke up this morning, them niggas talking about your shit ain't meant for kids. I'm like, what did Lady J say when I was cooking?
She was going in.
I knew Lady J. I heard her when I came in. I was like, she over here. She doing something crazy. I said, but it was funny. We only got the not meant for kids, so that's okay.
Now, also too, another thing that we're gonna touch on too is a motion picture that they made twice in Hollywood in 1934 and in 1959 called The Imitation of Life.
Yeah, Imitation of Life.
You've never seen these movies. Yeah, and you have to prepare yourself, man, because the self-hatred was incredible. Okay. And the sad part is where the girl, I forgot her name in the movie, that goes tell her mother, Juanita Moore, who's a great actress, by the way, she transitioned recently, where she went there and told her mother, why did you have to be my mother?
Yeah, man. That shit right there.
Brother, if that don't make a grown man cry who did 25 years, played professional football, smashed motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? If this does not make you cry, man, then you are not human. Now, after it makes you cry, it's going to make you angry. Okay, here come the Irish. Well, we're indentured servants. Man, fuck you and your indentured servants is because you motherfuckers was paying off a debt.
Y'all was stealing over there in the UK over there, and them niggas like, get these Irish. Cause remember, they was whooping on the Irish over there anyway. But they was like, nigga, You a broke nigga. That's where all the surf niggas. When you meet an Irish nigga out here, they a surf.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind is that the Irish was the overseers, and once they paid off their debt, they were quote unquote free. So they went there and bought them some niggas too, and started violating black women. You see what I'm saying? Now, what is the dynamic of black women? I'll tell you the dynamic. Because she's the original woman. That's why. See, this is why they got this raggedy ass place called Frederick's of Hollywood up there on Hollywood Boulevard and what's the
the whole spot, Frederick's of Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's where the
so what happens
is created. When they start making that shit everywhere, that's when all these 304s started popping up.
Yeah, and then these OTB women, they go get ass implants.
My nigga
breast augmentation
too. See, look, Shabaka. No, I remember when I was a kid, my mama would make me go play at OTB. I'd be in there with all these old niggas in there and cigarettes, and I got to play. I gotta be like scratching. I'm trying to remember all that shit. I used to have to play the horses the way my mama told me.
Yeah.
Playing the ponies, huh? Okay.
Okay. I'm from the 90s, nigga, where you could go buy. Your mama sent you to the store with a note, and you could get her grape wine, because my mama drank grape wine. I'll get a pack of
and cigarettes.
And
cigarettes.
With the note, I'm handing it to the nigga in behind there, and the nigga get the shit, and that's for show.
Yeah. You see? Yeah. And then keep in mind, too, people, what was a major contribution that the slaves labored on that contributed to the gross national product of the United States? Tobacco, particularly in the Carolinas. Okay, and didn't we tell
never listen to niggas when niggas mention cotton. I'm like, nigga, it was more than cotton. Niggas has got the rice. Niggas had the tobacco. Niggas was doing everything.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and particularly people that sugar cane. Now, let's look at the sugar cane.
Yeah, I told niggas about being beat with a sugar cane. My daddy used to come home with them shits.
Yeah, and guess who benefited mostly off that sugar cane? They brought you such famous names as Johnny Walker, Jack Daniel, I.W. Harper. You know what I'm saying? And we out there slaving, dealing with that sugar cane. Not only in Louisiana, but down in the Caribbean as well, too. You see what I mean? Okay. So, and so that contributed to the gross national product. And then that money was constantly reinvested again and again and again and again and again. You see what I mean?
Us reparations right there. You
exactly. That's what Dr. DeGruy was talking about. Yes, sir. And that's what Dr. DeGruy was talking about. Now, keep in mind, on the slave ships, now y'all gonna love this.
Dr. Joyce DeGruy.
Guess who? The fucking insured the slave ships.
Yep.
Lloyd's of London.
Lord,
what's the other insurance company, Brother Che? Lloyd's of London's. Not Prudential, it was another one.
What is it?
That too.
Life.
Look, Dominion Sugar. They got a big old plant sitting right in the middle of Baltimore and down by the harbor.
Yeah.
Big old Dominion Sugar plant. They too benefited off of all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and glad you brought up Baltimore, my brother. I'll tell you why. Because there was a slave in Maryland, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a sociology teacher gonna tell me that he came from a natural union, and I'm gonna crumb bum on that bullshit very short. Now, Freddie D, our man Freddie D, right? Okay, got hit with a whip by the slave master.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie D took that whip and beat the living shit out of him, just like in Django.
That's my brother's rap name, Freddie D. Because his name is already Frederick, because my mama named him after Frederick Douglass and shit.
Yeah.
But
okay.
He run with the name Freddie D because he learned about that shit down in Baltimore. I'm like, yeah, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Whoop that slave master ass.
And I'm reading Freddie D's book, which is 785 pages long, so I'll keep you all updated on that. So what happened was, y'all, Freddie D, after he beat the shit out the raping, slave trading pedophile, he says, you know what? I got to get the fuck up out of Dodge because they damn sure gonna make an example out of me. Okay. So he stows away on the ship out of the Baltimore Harbor. So they discovered him and they said, well, fuck it, man. Since you're here, you might as well work. You know what I mean? So Freddie D sailed to the Orient. Then he got on the ship, man, going through the Golden Gate Bridge, or what before the Golden Gate Bridge was there. He went off in the Frisco Bay. So Freddie D started a newspaper there. Freddie D was an abolitionist, and I am reading his book, Brother Che, and bear with me, it's a long ass book. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all want to hear the companies that have something to do with slavery? Aetna, New York Life.
Yeah,
there you go. Aetna.
AIG.
And DuPont.
And DuPont.
And DuPont.
Yo, you know what's the niggas who make the washing machines? Even them niggas who make the washing machines.
General Electric.
Yeah, all them niggas. Procter and Gamble.
That's right.
Yeah.
The whole damn gamut. The whole damn gamut. That's why them niggas owe us, because we not coming off that bumper for that.
Right.
Exactly. Now we also got to go to another place, people, in 1915. And this place is called Los Angeles, California.
Yes,
Guess what Los Angeles, California is for? Hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah.
So you had a racist, no good bastard by the name of D.W. Griffith, who made a film in 1915 called Birth of a Nation of black folks in the Congress sitting there barefooted eating chicken.
And it was aired.
Understand?
What was his goddamn name? What was Woodrow Wilson? No, was it Woodrow Wilson?
Yeah,
he's the one that created the Federal Reserve.
Racist ass Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah, and then Woodrow Wilson, is the one that created the Federal Reserve Act. Or what was that, Brother Che? 1912, I think, 1913, something like that.
And he was a scumbag too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. You see, so all this here, people, that we're telling you, for all our haters out there, and we love your hatred. We really do. And please keep those cards and letters coming, right? Now, see, it contributed so greatly to the gross national product of the United States. Now, guess what happened, y'all, on December 7th, 1941? Pearl Harbor. Okay, now we're going to talk about this other place called Port Chicago, which is like a little bit east of Frisco Bay, where they had all these black GIs handling this ammunition, right? Because the white officers, what they sorry asses and coward motherfuckers that they is, all know anything you don't want to do, the colored troops to do for you. Remember,
when that shit blew up down there, and then they blamed niggas.
Yes, sir.
They blamed niggas because they weren't being taught properly how to move this shit around. The brothers blew up down there.
Yes, sir. And then too, it killed a lot of our people, their servicemen. And then, from what I understand, their relatives had hell to go through to get their survivor benefits. You see what I mean? See, if it wasn't for the black soldier, the damn United States wouldn't be the military powerhouse that it is. Why, black family? Because we come from soldiers. We come from motherfucking great kings and what have you that circumnavigated the globe and then gave the world the concept of geometry, trigonometry, mathematics. And Dr. Quays, if you're out there, brother, I sent you an email. Please get back with us. We know you're busy. Okay. All right. See that part. See, they don't want colored folk knowing it's about their history. Why? Because when a nigga gets to read, he gets to thinking. When a nigga gets to thinking, he gets to realizing his position. Then when he gets to realizing his position, just being fucking men, something is going to come out in you and says, you know what, man, I'm tired of you hitting me with that damn chain and that whooping. I'm going to start whooping your ass.
Right.
Say, But
Big
something is mentally wrong. Now get this, people. Something is mentally wrong with a slave wanting freedom. Now, Brother Che, you very well read. Who was that fool that came up with that bullshit?
The slave owner that came up with drapetomania?
The drapetomania shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a mental disease for a slave to want freedom.
Yeah,
it's a mental disease.
That's why I always categorize us, those of us who don't follow the bullshit. I always say I use the term we're malfunction Negroes because we manufactured, and so most of us Negroes who didn't take on to the coding that they tried to put on us, I consider us malfunction Negroes because we supposed to be doing what like the Africans, being all like, oh, I love you, white daddy, and all that, but we don't. We like, hell no, we've been fighting this shit for like centuries. Like niggas don't get it. Like in our blood is the blood of niggas who don't take no shit. And we're not going to that route. So you have these filthy, musty tethers coming over here trying to tell us, oh, you niggas don't have anything, nigga. You are not nigga, we got what we got because we got it out the mud. And we not over here praying, begging white zaddy or white mommy to do for us. We like, just get the fuck around us. We want them not around us. We don't want to be around them.
Right.
Yeah. Now here's a Negro.
The cracker that came up with drapetomania, he was an American physician by the name of Samuel A. Cartwright. He coined the term in 1851. He said he described a supposed mental illness that he hypothesized was the cause of enslaved Africans fleeing captivity in the United States.
And then too, now here's where we disagree agreeably, because me and Brother Che, we tore up the inside of the internet, but we did come to mutual respect. Now, the biggest goddamn lie they ever told us, people. Well, your own people sold you into slavery. But guess what happened? When you look at that motherfucker Kenneth Copeland, when he had them niggas down there, what's that Nigeria, Brother Che, praying to this white bastard like he was a god, right? Okay. Yep. So then something was mentally wrong with a slave wanting freedom. Man, you can only brutalize a man, and you can only brutalize a dog for so long before he uses natural instinct of survival. Right. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think that Dr. Newton wrote off in his autobiography when he started the Blacc Panther Party? He told all his people that once you go on this path, there ain't no turning back, and you must realize that you are doomed. Say,
we're at war. We're prisoners of war. They didn't sell their own people. They sold prisoners.
Prisoners of war. That's why
POW
talks about moving like a paratrooper behind enemy lines. So most niggas don't get that. Like we supposed to be running all kinds of interference and background shit, fucking up their communications, their lines of supply, all that. But a lot of niggas just don't get that part. They just like, cause some niggas got comfortable. A lot of niggas got comfortable, and the white supremacists realized that. It's like let's let a certain amount of them niggas be comfortable, and then that's gonna distort the whole shit, and that's what happens.
And that's where you got the black bourgeoisie from. Yep. You see what I'm saying? That's where you got the black bourgeoisie from.
Yeah, the black bougie niggas, and then they filled that with Caribbeans and these African niggas now, because these niggas all and if you go watch this shit that I say on YouTube, it's called The Nuclear Vault. You can go watch it, and you see how the white people start producing all these niggas like it's like 1956. They like, look, we gotta make all these niggas. But they already know they're getting ready to go to war in Vietnam. Because Dien Bien Phu is already damn near almost the French being whooped on.
Yeah, the French lost 8,000 men at Dien Bien Phu, and the French said, fuck it. And that was about 1954, 1955, I believe.
And that's why I said about 56, they already starting to make these niggas, because they like, look, we about to go to war in Vietnam. We need some niggas on the back line to keep these niggas, because anything
you don't want to do, the colored troops to do for you. anything you don't want to do, the colored troops will do for you.
For you, that's right. So we getting there because when the brothers get over there to Vietnam, you got this one video with a brother like, man, why they calling us the N-word? You know why? He saw saying it's these white NCOs that came over here first before we got here, and
the white officers.
Yeah, the NCOs. Yeah, that's normally officers.
Yes,
non-commissioned officers.
No, non-commissioned officers like your sergeants, staff sergeants, master sergeants, them type of motherfuckers.
Yeah, your NCOs.
Yeah.
Them niggas get dropped in there first.
Okay, now, guess who was a Vietnam vet, man? And correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Che. And I believe he was decorated, okay? He came back to Los Angeles, and they set him up on a murder charge in 1968. He finally got his freedom, like after about 50 years, and a lawyer by the name of Johnny Cochran stuck with him, man, from beginning to end. That was Geronimo Pratt.
Yeah, Geronimo Pratt. I was just about to say that. I was waiting for you to finish. Like, yeah, our good brother Geronimo Pratt.
The Blacc Panther Party.
Yeah, he started the LA chapter. You say,
yeah, Geronimo. I think Geronimo's in that video with them brothers is talking about why they calling brothers the N-words and shit. Why they over there in Vietnam? I'm like, yeah, these niggas, they all over here telling these people to call us this, that, and the third. And then what the Vietnamese women say? They found out. They're like, oh, the black GI was more better than the white GI over here.
Oh, yeah, they call him soul brother. Yeah. Yeah, Vietnamese women, they like soul brother.
Soul brother number one, they would say.
Yeah.
They used to have this Vietnamese woman. She would be talking on the radio every night.
Oh, you talking about Hanoa Hannah?
Yeah, Hanoa Hannah. She's
like Tokyo Rose during World War II with that propaganda.
That was Tokyo.
Hanoa Hannah would say
Tokyo Jane or some shit.
Rose.
That was a bitch. In Japan, they had doing the same shit.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir.
So Pete Rock, he stole that from us. That soul brother number one shit.
Yeah, Pete Rock stole it from us with his musty tether ass and be talking crazy. Soul brother number one. That's what they used to call black soldier. GI, you soul brother number one. They would say that. They would run out, yell, the kids and shit.
Oh, yeah. And keep in mind, I had relatives that served over in Vietnam, and thank God they came back.
Me too. My grandfather serves.
Oh, yeah. Now, get this here, people.
Go ahead.
When James Brown, from what I understand, doing research on him, right? You know why he made that song, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud?
Because the Black Panther steps to him.
Yeah, they stepped to his ass on that shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they stepped to JB on that shit. And keep in mind, and JB used to put on the show, particularly in the early 60s, him and the Famous Flames. When they come out there with the cape on them, man, but JB, man, that motherfucker got down, though, man. No, you can't take nothing from James Brown. Now, I went to a place, Brother Che, you remember, I went and visited there, my man, Augusta, GA.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Georgia. And I saw James Brown Boulevard, dag nabbit. You know what I'm saying? And for all you motherfuckers out there that say, Shabaka, when are you taking your black ass down south? Guess what? I went down south. I didn't like it. Why? Because I'm driving down there in the middle of the night, shit, across the Mississippi and shit. Speed limit say 65. I'm giving the motherfucker 62. Song kept going through my mind.
Because them roads be like, it don't be nothing on them roads but a cop.
Exactly. And then that song by Billie Holiday in my mind. Strange southern trees bear strange fruit.
Yeah, don't be no strange fruit.
Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Now, to all you white folk, particularly you white men out there, why is it that you white men talk about you got a black wife and got a black girlfriend and all that shit? See, that's from Black Friday too. See, where they put our women up there as young as 14 years old, 12 years old, selling them to the white slave master who's buying them for him sons. We
like,
supposed to see what they say.
the other day I was looking at a lot of these old slave selling. They would have the shit in the papers, and they would have they would say we got 18 Negroes and we got 7 Africans. They knew then that we were different. They was already splitting us up. They knew that, like, yeah, I got 7 Africans, I got 18 niggas now. Some of these niggas is a little bit unruly. They were writing the paper like, oh, some of the niggas is unruly, but the Africans, they are well mannered and well kept. And like I said, they knew then that they knew
all that.
They knew right then and there. That's why they would say Negroes and Africans. That's why I always tell people they knew automatically that. So for niggas to keep playing like we was all Africans, then why did the white people say Negroes and Africans? Why? What's the difference?
They were differentiating.
Okay, because the Negro is an American invention, brother Che.
Made in America. That's why we.
Yeah. Now see. Okay, now here we go. Here's something for you all. Okay, for all my haters out here, the source of this information is Ebony, Pictorial History of Black America, African Past, the Civil War, Volume 1, written by the one and only Mr. Lerone Bennett. Okay, listen to this, people. Public Sale of Negroes by Richard Clagett. Huh?
Shabaka. After you read this, we got to move to the next topic.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Public Sale of Negroes by Richard Clagett. On Tuesday, March 5th, 1833 at 1 p.m., the following slaves will be sold at Potter's Mart in, Brother Che, you told me that you had people here, Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Miscellaneous lots of Negroes, mostly house servants, some for field work conditions. 1/4 cash balance by bond bearing interest from date of sale. Now, get a load of this here, people. Cash balance by bond bearing interest rate from date of sale. So which means is they owe us the interest money too on this shit. Payable in 1 to 2 years to be secured. Now listen, people, by a mortgage of the Negroes. See, you can mortgage niggas. See, they mortgaged us, okay? And appraised personal security. Auctioneer will pay for the papers. Auctioneer will pay for the papers. Now, there's an old record that was made by the one and only Oscar Brown Jr., Brother Che, that we used to use as intro when we was on Blogtalk. Bitter man. Yeah. Okay, now listen to this here, y'all. Here we go. A valuable Negro woman accustomed to all kinds of housework is a good plain cook, excellent dairy maid, washes and irons. She has 4 children, one a girl about 13 years of age, another a boy about 5, and an infant 11 months old. 2 of the children will be sold with the mother, the others separately, if it best suits the purchaser. So with the mother, the others separately. So this is why that it was explained to me in the 1960s when I was seeing coming up as a child, well, why is black men calling each other brother?
Yeah.
Because I damn well could be your brother. Okay.
See, Shabaka, that's the thing. We's the ones that was calling each other brother. The mugs from Africa and the Caribbean, they didn't see us as brothers, and they still don't see us as brothers today.
Well, that's the divide and conquer, Brother Che, by the white man, and that's going to take a whole lot of healing, brother. I might not see it in my lifetime, but you should see it. But I want to see it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, now listen to this here. Now here's something else here too. Y'all heard about horseshoes, right? Like when you look at Ben Cartwright and the Big Valley and quote unquote the blacksmith. Get this, people. A very valuable blacksmith wife and daughters. The smith is in the prime of life and a perfect master at his trade.
That's why my last name is Smith. That's why my last name is Smith.
Just about
Yeah. Now, his wife, about 27 years old, and his daughters, 12 and 10. Emphasizing Black Friday, 12 and 10. You child molesting motherfucker, okay? Okay, and 10 has been brought up as house servants and as such, very valuable. Now, keep in mind, these are the bed wenches, okay?
Yeah.
Also for sale, 2 likely young Negro, here we go, wenches, one of whom is 16, the other 15. Both of them have been taught and accustomed to the duties of house servants. The 16-year-old wench has one eye. A likely yellow girl, about 17 or 18 years old, has been accustomed to all kinds of house and garden work. She is sold for no fault, sound as $1. House servants, the owner of a family described herein, would sell them for a good price only. They are offered for no fault, whatever, but because they could be done without and money is needed. He has been offered $1,250. Man, do you know how much goddamn money that is by today's standards, people?
Yes, sir.
Let's try about 12 or 20 grand. Okay.
Give us
they
our money.
Consist of a man 30 to 33 years old, like Brother Che, right? Yeah. Okay. Who has been raised in a genteel Virginia family as a house servant, carriage driver, in all which he excels. His wife, a likely wench of 25 to 30, raised in like manner as chambermaid, seamstress, nurse, etc. Now, here's some about nursing the babies. And you remember how they had the mammies nursing the white babies, but they couldn't put the white baby on the same titty with the black baby.
Baby, yes, sir.
Okay, you see how psychotic this shit is. Okay,
because they wanted, because like Muhammad Ali said, they wanted their babies to grow up big and strong, like our babies.
Exactly.
Grow up big and strong.
Yeah. Look, like there's a whole part, like I was just laughing. I was making this whole thing about how I was saying how racist Seinfeld, the TV show Seinfeld is. It's really racist. It's like it's underneath. People don't really pay attention to it. But I'm like, if you watch Seinfeld and you really pay attention, it's so racist. There's a part where the white mama, she just the grandma, the mother, Seinfeld mother is that talking to her Nana, her grandma. She say, Nana, why you do that? And Nana, like, she threw the champagne on the ground. She's like, oh, fuck it, let the chambermaid clean it up. And you thinking, like, where the fuck is she saying that? This is, like, supposed to be in the 90s. But here you got an old white lady talking about throwing the shit on the ground and let the chambermaid clean it up. I'm like, that's racist. I'm like, because when you go look back, you like, well, there's no indentured, really white chambermaids. Almost everybody's black when you go look them up. And you like, yeah, this is fucking racist as hell. Like, that's why I don't separate Jews from regular white people. I don't sit there and like small hats. No, they all together.
Yeah. Yeah. And keep in mind, as Minister Farrakhan pointed out, these was the main motherfucking slave traders.
Exactly.
Understand? Now, get this here, people. I'm almost done. House servants. The owner of a family described herein will sell them for a good price only. They are offered for no fault, whatever, because they can be done without and money is needed. He has been offered $1,250. They consist of a man 30 to 3 years old who has been raised in a gentle Virginia family as house servants, carriage drivers, etc., in all which he exceeds. His wife, a likely wench. Oh, Lord. His wife, a likely wench of 25 to 30, raised in like manner as chambermaid, seamstress, nurse, etc. They 2 children, girls 12, 4, or 5. They are bright mulattoes of mild, traceable dispositions, unassuming manners, and of genteel appearance, well worthy the notice of a gentleman of fortune needing such. Also, 14 Negro women from 16 to 25 years of age, all sound and capable of doing a good day's work in the house or the field. I can't read this shit no more.
It's funny, yo. I took food to work for Thanksgiving. I took food to work today, and they had food at work, but niggas didn't eat none of the food that they all bought. They only ate my food. And I was looking at that. I came in there. I'm like, my dishes is empty. All this other shit's still in here. I was like, they ate all my shit, seasoned shit. They like, this nigga made food. They like, them niggas, they mollywopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like they say, man, ain't nothing like that Southern cooking. Now, we gonna get on something else. Oh, okay. Here's the part I like.
Shabaka, we gotta move to the next topic.
Okay. Okay, let's move to the next topic because we spoke about the hog guts already.
We
Brother Che. So let's move it on to the next topic.
All right. So yesterday we celebrated, or some people celebrated, that holiday Thanksgiving. I call it Thanksgiving because they stole from our indigenous ancestors. So I don't really hold that holiday in high reverence. But anyway, we were on Breeze's broadcast yesterday. Breeze did a very long stream. Real fun. We had a good time over there.
Oh, yeah. I was cooking in between, so that's why it was long.
Oh, yeah.
But Brother Mad Black TV, he got a rant for us that he wants us to know about Thanksgiving, and it involves the dump, as in human shit. And we want to make that
perfectly clear.
What's good, everybody? This is your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet.
Yeah, this is my brother. I love
brother who
watching
told you
him
not
too.
to put your faith in this American government or these corporations, but you did it anyway, and now you're finding yourself broke and hungry. And I'm gonna black up in your face again with some more pro-black comments.
This is resurrection of the mental
This
day.
video is not going to be about anything in particular. It's going to be more almost like a little bit of a rant, I guess you could say, about a lot of the current events that are going on right now. So, I hope you all are, if nothing else, I hope you're with your families today and you're having a decent day. And, understanding that the true joy of any holiday season really is spending time with your family. It's not the food, it's not the gifts. It really is the memories that you create with your family members. And I'm not one of these people who is so pro-black where I will tell you that you're not allowed to celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm not going to tell you to do that. You do whatever you think is best for you and your own people, right? I'm not one of these people that is always down on somebody because they participate in American holidays. I realize that it took centuries of training to get people into that. It took a century of customs and everything to get people into the holidays. It's going to take centuries of training yourself not to be obsessed with certain things, especially the holiday season. I mean, it's overwhelmingly marketed to you both in regular media and social media. Even the radio stations change the music, your local stores change all their music, so you're bombarded with it.
And social media.
Someone for participating in such things, but what I will say is this: if you were one of the people who was suffering the last few months because of the government shutdown and all the shenanigans that's been going on with the destruction of the American economy by the Trump administration, I would advise you to not be out there.
Brother, it's a regime, not an administration.
On any of these corporations or any of the things that they tell you that you quote unquote need to buy during their sales season, right? And the reason I'm saying that is just because I've gotten to the point where I'm very cynical about government as well as a lot of these companies and corporations out here. And this year in particular, I've actually been very, very disgusted and have almost zero tolerance for a lot of the nonsense that's been going on with the American government and with their companies and corporations that they work for, because they don't work for us. Basically, our politicians don't work for the people; they work for these corporations. Like I told you in my other video, I said, don't you find it peculiar that we had this government shutdown where people were losing their benefits and they were fighting over who was going to screw the people over with their health care and the how much they could afford to pay for their health care, and everything shut down, right? But no soon as the holiday season comes up where they want you to spend money, right? They want you to spend money, go to stores, buy gifts and buy food for the holiday season. Now all of a sudden the government decides to get it together and go back to work, right? And like I said, that's a scam in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to have those SNAP benefits and that EBT because most supermarkets accept that.
Yeah.
So if you want the American public out there to buy a bunch of trash for the holidays, you're going to need to have these public assistance. You're going to need to have these food stamps, cards, and everything else in the works, right? You can't have a shortage of that because that's a large chunk of the American public, and not just Black Americans. I told you before, the majority of people who are on these public assistance benefits are white people.
Yeah.
A bunch of white people in this country, and they need that. I see them all the time, by the way. I see them all the time when I'm at Walmart. I usually go to like Walmart early in the morning just to avoid the rush. And, that's after work because I work at night. So I just go there before I go home. And I see them all the time. Yeah. They're out there shopping with their EBT and whatnot and their SNAP benefits. White people, not Black people. There's Black people working at the Walmart, but the people who are shopping there for the most part is all white people. Yeah. Right. And like I said, all these people are on public assistance. I see them all the time. Oh, yeah. Right. I see what type of cards they have. You can tell just by the way their cards look because SNAP and EBT have a certain type of look to their cards. Also, when it comes to a lot of these, people being screwed over with their health benefits, right? The government is trying to come up with a way to have people be able to afford their health benefits so they don't have to choose between medicine and a new big screen TV or whatever nonsense that they're selling at these these stores, a new iPhone, which is like a lot of these new electronics is all bullshit anyway. They just slap a new name on it or slap a new
garbage
and expect you to go out there and buy a new one when you really don't need it. I still have an old phone. As long as it works, it works. As long as the screen is not destroyed, that's all I really care about. Right. But they want people to go out there and spend what little money they have, what little money that they work for on nonsense. Yeah. So of course now all of a sudden they're pretending like they give a damn about you. But really, what they care about is satisfying their corporate overlords, because that's the only people they truly serve. Yep.
It's called stock.
And I'm talking about everybody in the government.
Dividends.
The House, Senate, and the presidency, and a lot of these people in the judicial branch, they serve the corporations. They don't serve us anymore. They could give a damn about the people. Just think about this: like you, as an adult, you're an adult and your job is to work in government and make sure things run smoothly, and you get to the point where you throw a hissy fit and decide to just shut down the government because you can't come to a agreement or make a decision with the other party. Like, how ridiculous is that? Right. How asinine is that?
And you still get paid.
For the regular people that are supposed to be your constituents to have to suffer for that. That is disgusting. And, in my opinion, if the American people had any sense, every time they saw any type of politician, they would just pick that politician up and throw them into the nearest dumpster. Right. That's about the only thing these people are good for is landfill and going back to the trash that they truly are. Right. Right. So, and the worst of them all is the tangerine that sits in the White House. He's messed the country up real bad.
I like that.
Thought, Joe Biden was doing bad. The tangerine has done 10 times worse because he's incompetent. The tangerine doesn't know what he's doing. He's doing things that he thinks is going to help the country in the long run, quote unquote, or these are things that him and some of his cronies have always wanted to do, but he really has no idea what he's doing. That's why everybody in his cabinet and everybody he's appointed to a lot of these positions in office, a lot of them are completely incompetent. Yeah. And their only qualification is that they kiss his ass. Yeah. That's the only thing that he requires from them.
Yeah, ain't no cap
in his administration is people who kiss his backside.
No lies detected, to quote Brother Chad.
Other than that, there's really no one out there that has any idea about what they're doing. They've actually driven all the people that actually did have some sense, and all the people that did have some knowledge about what they were doing in their positions in different parts of government. They've driven all those people out. A lot of those people have chosen retirement, or those people have just chosen to do another job or go somewhere else, or move into the private sector, because Trump and his buffoons, his gaggle of buffoons, have run all those people out of their positions. Right? They've just chosen to just leave and not have to deal with that stress. And I almost don't blame them. I can't blame them. I can understand not wanting to have to deal with these scumbags in the Trump administration, but it's left a deep void now where it's going to be filled by more bumbling idiots and more sycophants to the Trump administration. So all the idiots that couldn't get a real job,
but this was already happening on the Democratic side as well.
Trump has basically created a DEI slot for all the morons, all the bigots, and all the people who just failed that life to move on up and get into government nowadays. So for the next couple of years, what we're going to be dealing with is all the people who are not qualified for their jobs being in these very high positions, but they're there because they were cult members and believed in the ideology and had no problem kissing the bright orange ass of the tangerine. So that is where we are when it comes to government. But when it comes to realistically helping any of the American people like the farmers who were out here, they're doing real bad right now because of all of Trump's ideas of how he thinks he's going to fix things with his tariffs. And a lot of businesses are suffering. A lot of small businesses out there are suffering right now because of what Trump is doing with his tariffs, his tariff war on these different countries. He thought that, all these countries like China and all these countries out in in Asia were just going to bow down when Trump rolled out his tariffs.
A lot of them did.
All these countries have basically said to America, well, you can kiss our ass. We're not that hard up for your products or your labor or whatever, right? This idiot didn't seem to realize that the Chinese and all these other countries in South America had already built their own infrastructure, that they have the wherewithal to create manufacturing, and they don't have to deal with the United States. They were just doing it because the United States was a big market, but they can survive without the U.S. market. So that's what I'm saying is this guy has no type of forethought. He just did things based on probably something he read somewhere and thought that it was a smart idea, and he just decided to pull the trigger. And now people are suffering for it. The American people are suffering for it. And I can't feel bad for all of them because a lot of these numbskulls voted for Trump. A lot of these people who grew up in these rural areas who run these farms, a lot of them were Trump supporters, and they're getting exactly what they voted for. So I can't feel bad for them at all. That's on them. And, there's only maybe a few here and there who had any sense to not want to support a scumbag who had proven already, who had been in office before, that, he was going to completely dismantle their livelihood. And that's exactly what he's done. And he thinks that the best thing he can give to them is a bit of a bailout or a bailout check or something like that. But that's not going to fix anything. If you have the same policies in place, all you're going to do is put a little bit of a Band-Aid on a severed limb, and that's not going to stop.
In other words, as Malcolm X said, brother, it's called a pacifier.
This country's in a mess, and I can't say that I'm surprised by it. This is something that people like myself have warned that was going to happen. While I was not a supporter of Kamala Harris or the Democratic Party, I sure as hell was not going to give my vote to someone as disgusting and down low as Donald Trump. He is not the solution in order to fix things. In fact, he is one of the most incompetent.
Do what I do. Write in Snoopy for president.
Individuals.
Write in Gumby.
And now,
Charlie
the only thing
Brown.
that I can say is a positive of him being there is that the entire country is suffering. It's not just Black people, right? If there's any consolation in that, but you know, Black people are prepared for this type of behavior. We know when this type of stuff comes down the pipe, we know how to deal and how to survive through hard times.
Exactly. That's why I don't care.
That's always ever gotten from this government, whether it be Republican or Democrat. So we know what it's like to be attacked. It's these other groups now that are feeling the wrath now that Donald Trump is in office. And
that's what I'm grateful for.
We are
I'm
into the quote unquote holiday season.
Everybody suffer.
You might be enjoying your ham or turkey, but when it comes to the rich and the powerful, they basically are serving you up on the table, and you're the turkey. You're the one that's getting served up now by the American government. The American government is serving you up to these corporations in order for them to take a piece out of you and for them to enjoy and
he's right about that,
and carry on and make it seem as if we as a people need them, when really all they're doing is feeding off of us for sustenance.
Basically.
So you folks can let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. I know I went on a bit of a rant and I talked about a lot of different things at once, but just something I felt like I needed to get off of my chest and off my mind about what's been going on lately. Anyway, you folks let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. And once again, if you're with your family today, I hope everything goes well. I hope that you have a good time, and make sure that you mentally take a minute to just be thankful for being with your family, because that's truly what the holiday season is about, and what you should be thankful for is the fact that you got your family there, because they won't be there forever. Just to let you know.
Facts. Tell me about it.
Down, but you know, there's plenty of family members that I have as a middle-aged man that are just not here anymore. And all I have are the memories of the times that we're together. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on the devil's back.
Right. So thanks for nothing, you damn government.
And also too, here's something else, Brother Che. You know, I know we got a routine. This is a must that I have to get in. This is once again Lerone Bennett. On the big plantations, the work routines on the big plantations were highly organized, with each slave assigned to a special task, either as an individual or as a member of the field gang. Most organizations, the plantation structure to develop a clearly defined hierarchy or pecking order in which each slave knew his place. What proves this was that movie Django, that house nigga role that Samuel L. Jackson played Steve.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm Professor Ant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that in there.
Samuel L. played the best goddamn coon ever. That was the greatest coon.
But the greatest flick that I love Samuel L. Jackson in, was A Time to Kill.
Yeah, A Time to Kill. Yep, that's another.
I loved him in that movie because he protected his
why they had to make him play a coon, because he played such a great role when he had to protect his children. I hope they did, and I hope they burn in hell. I killed the motherfuckers. What they did to his baby.
Crackers
Crackers get mad when you say that. I hope they die and I hope they burn in hell. When you say that around white people, notice how the face on the white people around you be looking. Because they know where that movie come from.
Yeah, because see, you just took the mask off their face, brother. See, this is why they hated that arrogant black bastard in the 1960s who was heavyweight champ. You know, white folk gonna tell me, well, he was a coward. Hey, get your white ass in the ring with him. I bet you'll make a buster out of you quickly. And then, like he say, you know, all you white folks want me to go to Canada, but you white, no, he said, you all want me to go to Vietnam, but all you white boys running to Canada and burning your draft cards. If I'm going to die, I'm prepared to die fighting one of you. Do I got any takers? You could hear a pin drop in the room, man. All them goddamn Governor Rowley's hillbilly ass fucks calling them all kind of niggas.
That's why J. Edgar Hoover talks about we can't let a black messiah come around again, because they know that if niggas really turned up, we would. Remember, we had this country in fire. The country was burnt down. All the infrastructure was fucked up.
You talking about the 1960s?
Yeah, that was a tough ass time for crackers. They realized.
But here's the one.
Niggas was actually running like paratroopers behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, brother. Okay, just like how our girl lived through the Tulsa race ride, brother Che. I lived through the rebellion of 1992, right?
Yeah.
What had happened was that was the worst ride in U.S. urban history.
People forget 92. It was happening. It didn't just happen in L.A. It was all across the country.
Oh, yeah. But I remember 92 very well because I was living in L.A. at the time. So I'm traumatized by that. Just like our girl was traumatized by the Tulsa race ride of 1921. Okay. So what had happened is that they had the thugs up there down there by Parker Center, which used to be LAPD police headquarters. They tore it down and rebuilt it. When they say Crips and Bloods unite, oh boy, did they get scared?
Yeah.
Oh, did they get scared?
Like, I'm just getting ready to come out of high school. I'm like in 92 when that shit going. I'm in like fucking, I think I'm a sophomore.
You're right.
Yeah, I was your age when it came out, brother Che. I was your age. You know,
I was in kindergarten.
Okay, now let me give you something of what I lived through. Now let me give you something what I lived through. Is when a white woman came down there with her 6-year-old daughter, and they interviewed her on the news. She says this is wrong. It's an act wrong within itself. They should go to jail. And I brought my little girl here to protest. Guess where she's from, people? Granada Hills, which is a lily white residence of Los Angeles, just like Pacific Palisades when they had the fire. Then they go to the brother who stated Crips and Bloods unite. Burn, baby, burn. Made it look like nursery school. That rebellion went city-wide. LA looked like Beirut.
Because not only did we have that happening over there on the West Coast, we had some serious things happening over here on the East Coast. Where this the white Jewish nigga ran over 2 babies and other brother who got unalived by the police. I'm trying to remember his name. They
Which one?
Him, and then you had
Diallo Amador.
No, it's not Diallo. He it was a brother, FBA brother. They unalived him. He came out of the club. They shot him 17 times.
Damn.
I'm trying to remember his goddamn name right now.
Damn.
Jovan, I think
92.
Huh? Yeah, it's like 92. I'm trying to think his name. Was it Javon Hurley or something? I just know it said shit off because that brother got killed, and then the white nigga ran over the 2 babies. The Jewish nigga ran over the 2 babies, and the shit just went. It went fucking hell. And everybody
and don't forget little Tamir Rice. We can't forget Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland,
they kept coming up.
Yeah, Alan Buford, man. I mean, man, it's like they're doing it on a regular basis, man. I lost count because I was having a chronology
Remember how
on.
many got unalived under Obama? Tamir, it was Mike Brown,
Yeah,
it was
Sandra,
Freddie Gray,
Corinne Gaines, Freddie Gray.
Corinne Gaines, it was Freddie Gray, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the sister who was the prosecutor in Baltimore, I forgot her name, and she said she's prosecuting all these motherfuckers, and then they came up and smeared her.
Yeah, they created new laws just for her, and then they got rid of her, got that sister out the paint.
Yeah. And then this shit they talking about Fannie Willis having an affair with a man. Who the fuck cares?
Wait, what, Jay? Go ahead.
It was Henderson Griffith.
Yeah, shit just went crazy. Niggas just start. I remember the whole New York was on fire, nigga. I remember I'm watching it from Long Island. I'm Long Island, and I'm looking at the towers is still up, so you could see the fire because the towers would reflect off the bitch. And we like, that's the first time I ever really was like, damn, nigga, you can see this shit at night. And we looking at it like, yo, niggas is popping. And it's just going on. It's like the whole New York is on fire. Niggas is going crazy. And white people getting their ass whooped left and right. I don't care what y'all remember. I remember niggas putting hands and feet on any white person they saw. So white people got scared. That's why they came up with the gentrification, because they knew it was too many niggas whooping on their asses. And you was on the train, and they were whooping niggas' asses, bro, out here.
Yeah, my family members told me. Family members in New York.
Yeah, it was on from Brooklyn, Queens. Hell up in Harlem, all the way out to Long Island. Nigga, you wasn't even safe if you was a white person out in the Hamptons. There was a nigga there that was touching you.
Yeah.
We were whooping on them, man. It was crazy. I remember thinking like that, because they closed school and shit for the whole damn week. And I'm like, man, it was just like, man, white people look terrified. Everywhere white people had to drive and they saw black people, they were scared.
And then with this mighty whitey say, just like with slavery, I didn't have nothing to do with that, but you motherfuckers still benefited off of it indirectly because it contributed. Yeah, because it contributed greatly to your gross national product. You see, this is what motherfuckers is not understanding. You got to study the gross national product, and I'm taking my ass back to school to get updated on it. You see what I mean? See, this is what the dumpster regime knows. This is what his son-in-law, what's his name, Jared Kushner, who's a major builder and all this old type of shit. And then too, Peter Uberoth, you lousy bastard, with that bullshit ass Rebuild LA project in 1992. You wasn't giving black people no jobs. They was giving all jobs to them white boys.
That's when they flooded the zone with the Mexicans. They flooded the zone with the Salvadorians. The Mexicans, all these niggas.
Yeah. And they hate us too. They gonna sit up there and tell us, because then we do a story on that there, Brother Che, we produced some dude. We didn't produce it, but we showed some other podcast from the essays talking about, oh no, blacks don't deserve reparations. Motherfucker, how the hell you gonna tell me my people's history? How am I gonna tell you your people's history?
I'm looking at a white bitch with braids and baby hair. They on the power slap. Like, this how fucked up the world we live in now. Y'all niggas don't let them come out, try to make baby hair. That's just her regular white hair.
Hell no.
She put her other hair in braids on the backside.
Yeah. Now here's one for you. Do y'all remember that movie called 10 with Bo Derek in the late 70s?
Wait, what was it called?
It was called 10.
Oh, when she had the braids in?
Now get this here, brother. I was going to Los Angeles City College at the time, and I'm walking across the campus going to class, right?
Yeah.
Black girls up there braiding a white girl's hair with the quote-unquote Bo Derek, they were calling it. Another sister walks by and says, how come y'all just giving it up? You know what I'm saying? They don't let us keep shit in our culture. Now, here's that classic saying. Well, it's all money she's getting paid. Motherfucker, all money ain't good money.
Ain't good money.
Right.
See?
Let me ask y'all brothers, have y'all ever seen the movie called A Brother from Another Planet?
A brother from
no,
another.
Sir. I heard of it, but I ain't seen it.
Y'all gotta watch. That's our brother. Remember, he was the nigga in the Terminator. He was the black nigga in the I think it was the second Terminator. Remember the brother, and they shot him. He's like, he's sitting there holding it, and he blew up. He blew himself up.
Yeah, he was the scientist that helped him to destroy the chip.
That brother, his first movie he was in was called A Brother from Another Planet. Y'all gotta watch this shit. It's crazy. Like my nigga is like
I'm a Google.
Like a black alien and shit. And my nigga coming every time he going to this bar and he's sitting down, he's like, cause he feeling the pain. He can't talk and shit. My nigga like, my nigga only got like 3 toes and shit. It's funny as hell because the white nigga looking like, what's wrong?
They remade that. I think they made it into a series.
They made a series of it. Yeah, I think they
remade it on the Netflix.
Watch. I don't know what the series is. I say watch the original movie because that's like a 1990s.
The series is called The Man That Fell to Earth. The series is called The Man That Fell to Earth.
Yeah, but it's actually called A Brother from Another Planet.
Okay, but another movie to check out too, y'all, that was before its time. They made in the early 1950s. Was that one called The Day That the Earth Stood Still?
Yeah. They made a new one with Keanu Reeves in it and shit. And
they remade it.
I thought it very important because the very first thing you know is the Keanu Reeves character, who's connected to the robot. He gets this interaction with this little black girl, and I was like, that's a very important part I ever watched. When I watched that movie, I'm like, he's interacting with the black girl, and then they kind of make her like the black girl is the reason why the motherfucking Xeno, I think that's his name, was in the movie, the robot Xeno. They act like kind of like, because he had the interaction with the little black girl, that's why he started attacking this damn city, because the little black girl let him know, like, yeah, these people ain't nice to us. They be whooping on us and this, that, and the third. And then the rope, he decides, he's like, fuck it. He goes back in his little thing, and then he becomes a robot, and he starts lighting up DC and shit.
And keep in mind, we built a White House, and what's that there too, Brother Che, the brother who laid out, they call them city planners now, but he laid out
our brother Benjamin Banneker did that.
Exactly. And he came up with the almanac as well too.
Yes, sir. That all that shit. That brother did a lot of stuff. People don't know how much Benjamin Banneker did. That nigga. That's why DC the way it is. He made it like that so it would be a maze. So because after the War of 1812, he was like, nigga, because he rebuilds it after 1812. He's like, well, we gotta. He's like, because y'all have main roads that just led right to the shit. That's why they burnt it down. That's why DC's like a maze now. So when you go
DC, and keep in mind, when that motherfucker wrote that song called The Star Spangled Banner, correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Che.
He was
Francis Scott Key, where they took that third stanza out where they said, "And death to all the slaves that helped the British."
Took that part out. They didn't want niggas to go crazy. They knew it.
Now get this here, people. Now get this here. Not cutting your wisdom, brother. The last Super Bowl they played, where the black singers come out and sing, lift every voice and sing, right? Yeah. What do the whiteys do? They standing up there talking, saying boo and all that shit. But as soon as the Star Spangled Banner comes on, they sitting there at attention and had the fucking audacity to get mad at black people that turned their back on that shit.
You ain't capping.
See, I would have been one of the motherfuckers in there that would have turned his back on the shit and probably would have been busting up a bunch of knuckles, because as soon as one of them fat gut, hog gut eating hillbilly fucks came up to me, man, you eating this right hand. You see?
Right.
Fuck that. Now, where are you?
We got to switch gears, Shabaka.
All that shit.
We got to get on Mr. Fletcher. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm going to say this here, Brother Che, and I'm a yield.
Shabaka.
There's no such thing as a black racist in the United States. We control no banks. We control no military. We don't control no social media. We don't control no internet. So we do not control any means that could be used to implement racism. I yield.
All right. So switching gears, we lost the elder. A very powerful woman by the name of Miss Viola Fletcher.
Right.
Who oldest survivor of the racist massacre known as the Tulsa Race Massacre that occurred in 1921. And I, myself, and Lady Che had the pleasure of meeting her brother, Hughes Van Ellis, before he passed away in 2023. When I was
get a picture?
I wish we did. I got a video.
See, anytime, Brother Che, anytime you come across icons like that, always see if you can get a picture with them.
Yeah, I think I got a video, but it was on Facebook, Shabaka. And if I did get a picture, I put it on Facebook, and you know I can't get on Facebook anymore. But anyway, we had the pleasure of meeting him, and he was 102 at the time. So our elder was 111 when she transitioned. So Professor Black Truth gonna give us an update on that.
Yeah, full life.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth.
My name is Viola Ford Fletcher. I'm one of Lucinda Ellis and John Wesley Ford of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm the sister of Hughes Van Ellis, who is also here today. I'm a survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. 2 weeks ago, I celebrated my 107th birthday. Today, I'm visiting Washington, D.C. for the first time in my life. I'm here seeking justice, and I'm asking my country to acknowledge what happened in Tulsa in 1921.
Viola Ford Fletcher has passed away. This morning's briefing is not going to be an obituary for her, and while we are certainly going to pay honor to this grand lady, it's not going to be your typical tribute. I'd rather speak about the significance of what this woman stood for and how she came to prominence in the first place. The go-to lie that anti-Black racists love to hide behind as their excuse for opposing reparations is, it happened so long ago. There's no one alive today who's a slave. Well, when it comes to people like Viola Fletcher, you can't play that game with the Tulsa Race Massacre because there are survivors alive today. But what did the courts say when these people presented their case? They said, well, it happened a long time ago. It just goes to show these white supremacists do not deal in good faith, and only a fool takes them at their word. If they weren't saying, well, no one alive today was a victim of such and such, then they would be saying, well, it happened a long time ago, so even if you were a victim, it was so long ago. These same racists say things like redlining and such were outlawed in the 60s. So these things don't affect Black people. They haven't affected Black people in generations. Black people being unable to access real estate like everyone else, well, that's just Black people's own fault because the banks aren't redlining, except that they are. In what was pretty much the one and only good thing the Biden administration did, the DOJ exposed that there have been banks from coast to coast engaged in open, blatant, targeted redlining of Black neighborhoods and Black loan applicants. So no, redlining isn't some relic of the past. It's something that never stopped and continues all the way to the present. But white society denies it. They have to. And whenever you present the facts to them, rather than say, oh, this is still going on, redlining is still happening, well, this is an injustice. I mean, this is a relic of the Jim Crow past. We got to get rid of it. Black people are being held back. I mean, we didn't know, but now we do, so we need some changes, right? That's not what they do. Instead, they immediately try to change the subject. That's the only change they want to make. But the truth isn't buried so easily. Viola Fletcher, along with the last surviving members of the Tulsa Race Massacre, went before the entire world and demanded what they were due. This woman was already over 100 years old at that point. A lot of other folks, most others in fact, would be in retirement or at the very least saying, I can't take up any more fights at my age, but not her. She was determined to fight until her dying breath. The descendants and the sympathizers with these racist white murderers, they're the very people we're having to contend with today. When they say, y'all need to forget about all that, what they're saying is you need to forget about the crimes that we committed and the punishment that we earned. Well, we're not going to forget about either one. The demented math that these anti-Black racists use is that in their minds, they're running out some sort of clock. That's how they see it. Well, if we just make sure that we stonewall these Black people long enough, well, sooner or later, time is going to run out for them. That's what they think.
Yeah, hoping they die
because
off.
they declare, well, we're putting a statute of limitations on these things. In their minds, they think that we're going to abide by that, but we won't. The old Black people who were the original victims of these anti-Black crimes, well, those people will die out and the young ones will eventually forget. That's what they think. And in time, all of these crimes white supremacy committed against foundational Black Americans will be forgotten, along with white supremacy's undeserved advantages that were built upon these forgotten crimes. Except we're not letting that happen. We're not letting them memory hold it. And we're not letting them proclaim that they're just going to bestow innocence on themselves and say, well, we say that it was so long ago, so it's a dead issue. We're not going along with it. Miss Viola Ford Fletcher didn't care how much time had passed. Her parents were gone, her siblings, virtually everyone she had ever known. A century had passed, but she was still pursuing justice because evil can't just be disapproved of. You also have to fight it too. Carolyn Donham, whose lies led to the torture and murder of Emmett Till, was allowed to remain free. And whenever the white authorities claimed that they needed additional evidence, well, we just can't move forward without this or that. Whenever Black people brought them that evidence that they claimed that they needed, they would then just say that they needed something else, something more, or that now the very evidence that they wanted was no longer sufficient. Do not ever let these racist pieces of trash tell you that this is about statutes of limitation being expired or about perpetrators being dead. The Nazis have been dead since forever, and the Jews are still getting reparations, even in the U.S. where the Holocaust didn't happen. During the Me Too hysteria, all it took was an opportunity to scapegoat some Black men, and these white legislators changed laws overnight to extend the statute of limitations. They changed that. And then they prosecuted people under those very brand new laws that they wrote, which was the proof that they already knew in advance who they were going to use those laws against. So this isn't about any of those excuses.
Cosby
they
was
only
one.
offer those phony claims when it comes to us. The rest of the time, they can't wait to write some new laws that allow them to do whatever they want to do. Statutes of limitations are never a problem when it's something they want. And perpetrators being dead isn't a problem either. What's going on here is not a matter of law. The law is clear. This is about I'm white and I say so. In any other instance, for any other group, there would be legislators tripping over themselves to author legislation to authorize not only reparations, but to also honor these survivors. We don't have political representation, though. If we did, they would be on it. This is why I get furious thinking about those political backstabbers in California, the so-called Black Assembly Caucus, who laughed in the faces of their own Black voters when it came time to vote on a reparations bill. And in many cases, these are Black folks who they know, people who they live in the same area with. When these bootlicks to white power mock reparations, they're mocking the lives and the memories of people like Viola Ford Fletcher. Isn't it interesting that the cowards, bootlicks, and sellouts who are always the first to say, but what about Black on Black crime? They're silent at times like this. They would never dare try that when talking about people like Viola Ford Fletcher. When you talk about the survivors of the race massacres or even the remaining activists from the civil rights movement, why is it that these cowards today who are always the first to say, what about Black on Black crime or racism isn't really a problem anymore, how come they're silent all of a sudden? Because they're liars and they know that they're lying. The attorney representing the survivors of the Tulsa race massacre was with Miss Fletcher a few days before she passed. He said, I saw that Mother Fletcher didn't talk like someone who was ready to go. She wasn't done. She was tired because this fight is exhausting, but her spirit was still in it. In 2023, she co-authored a memoir with her grandson titled, Don't Let Them Bury My Story. This woman fought until her dying breath. And through her memoir, she leaves a record of what happened, but also leaves a demand that we not abandon the fight. Don't tell me there's no racism in America. Don't tell me that America isn't a racist country. It's damn sure not a just country. Don't tell me that Black people are our own worst enemies either. And don't even think to tell me that white supremacy is not the biggest problem we face. Because for over a century, you have the white media, the government, the courts, and thugs on the street who all banded together to commit a localized genocide. And then they all colluded together for a century now to protect the perpetrators from punishment and to deny the survivors the reparations that they're owed. And they didn't do it based on law. They did it based on white fiat. At this point, Leslie Benningfield Randall is now the only living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. She also has been continuing the fight. And that being the case, you got these people who are very elderly, and yet their spirit is as fierce as it was in their youth. They have not forgotten who and what they are. They also haven't forgotten who the enemy is. People like Miss Randall and Miss Fletcher are stand-ins for all of us. The justice that they were denied is just another example of the justice we have been denied as a people. And I, for one, don't think it's any kind of coincidence that people like Miss Fletcher or Miss Randall are still alive and still fighting 100+ years later. I don't think that that's some happenstance. I think that that's the hand of the ancestors working and making it very clear this is the fight that they want us to continue. It is no coincidence at all that when we dug in our heels on reparations and made it a major issue, all of a sudden these legislators, they felt like they had to at least pretend as if they were giving a hearing to the survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre. They had to pretend as if they were listening to these elders. And make no mistake, that's what people like Viola Fletcher and Leslie Randall are. They are elders. Why? Because they did something for the next generation. That's why. They didn't just sit back and say, well, at this point here, what am I going to be thinking about? Retirement, some sort of payout. What good would that do me? As far as they were concerned, a great crime had happened, and the perpetrators couldn't be allowed to have either the favorable judgment of history or the idea that they had run out some sort of clock. They made it very clear this task was being handed over to the younger generation to pursue. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Never forget the evil that we are contending against. Never forget the crimes and atrocities that have been committed against us and who it was who committed them. But most importantly, never forget people like Viola Ford Fletcher, individuals of conscience and unwavering spirit who would never stop standing for what's right, no matter how old they were or how long the fight took. It will be impossible to bury the story of Viola Fletcher with her, because her story is not just hers alone. It is the story of our entire people, of our entire lineage. Her story is the story of the longest and most significant freedom struggle in the history of the world. Viola Ford Fletcher didn't betray her principles or abandon the fight in life. The people that she cared about, the people who had been wronged and killed, they were not there to speak, so she spoke on their behalf. And that makes her someone worth honoring, and the struggle that she waged worth continuing until it is won.
Facts.
That's
B1. Yeah, I know he was leaving where he about to say
Professor.
B1 right there.
dead on.
But yeah, brother Shabaka, we can get her. I'm gonna get her granddaughter. I'm gonna call her again and see if she wanna come on, because that's just that she young, she cool.
Oh yeah.
She like 35 or something, but
Yeah.
she like
Oh, okay,
down.
okay.
Yeah, she down with the family. She ain't gave up, and so I'm gonna try to get her on. I'm gonna try to call her. I'm gonna call her, leave her a message, because once in a while she may pop up in the feed and shit. Sometimes she shows up in the feed sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is this episode on YouTube, Brother Che?
Yes.
Okay, because I can't access YouTube no more, man. Yeah, the motherfuckers talking about they want to kill my YouTube account.
Oh my
Damn.
God.
Yeah, because I had put hey Bree, I did a video from the Fruitville station. What was that, Brother Che? Right after Oscar Grant was killed.
Fruitville Station, where our brother got
in Oakland.
Yeah, I know who you talking about. I know exactly who you talking about. Shit.
Oscar Grant.
Michael B. Jordan played the character in the movie.
Yeah, the Fruitville documentary.
Fruitville Station. There, that movie that movie hurt me like shit when I saw that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! And Ryan Coogler, as you know,
when I saw that shit.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler made that movie as an independent, right?
Coogler,
and then that's how he got the jobs of directing the Blacc Panther movies at Disney. Although I hate the fact that Disney owns the rights to it. You know what I'm saying? But
he made amends for Shabaka because he owned the rights to Sinners.
Yeah, he
okay,
owned the
okay.
rights to sinners. Yep, he got the rights to sinners.
Okay,
He owned that shit.
okay. So as long as the brother got him an offset, and then as you know, they are in the process of making Black Panther 3. You say, but they just deciding of who's going to be the monarch or who's going to be the monarch of Wakanda. They don't know if it's going to be Siri, King T'Challa's brother, or is it going to be his son?
Why don't they
T'Challa
just follow the canon of the comic books? The comic books, his son becomes the new nigga. It's like, why?
Okay.
Like, if we know the canon, I'm just talking about the canon because I could read the comic book, but I never made it through any of those Black Panther movies.
Oh wow.
Okay. And then my little cousin, now here's something for you that I found out yesterday. My little cousin, man, has got it all encased the Black Panther comic books.
Yeah.
How the hell he did that, man, I don't know.
That's where the canon come from, the comic books. I got the comic books.
Yeah, because it was popular in the 60s. Because you remember, man, they used to have the comic books, man, like Archie, Superman, Aquaman, and all that. And it's Marvel comics.
That first Superman comic just sold for like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had the motherfucker. Damn.
I got all kinds of comic books that are worth like a lot of good money because that's what on my backside I do really. When I came over, like I told people, when I came to social media, I didn't even come to social media to talk about black shit because I was thinking like, shit, we got enough niggas. Then I start seeing like, hey, hold on, there's not enough of us out here talking. There's a lot of niggas talking shit about us, and I was like, shit, I'm a nigga who was gaming and Pokemon cards and all that shit. And like I said, then my wife died. Then I really and she was like, don't you stop talking about black shit. She's like, don't this is what you do. And she was like, and then she the one, as she was passing away, she told me, she's like, start your goddamn YouTube and get out there and talk. Cause we need, she said that. She was like, we need brothers like you to be talking. And I was like, I was distraught. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing my shadow. That's how anybody who know my wife, niggas call her my shadow because that's my girl.
Yeah.
You didn't see me without seeing my wife.
Right.
Yeah, I had a similar experience too, my brother. You know?
And I'm having that experience right now.
It's that shit tough. It rattle you if somebody you with, your woman, especially your wife or whatever, and she going through some shit. You got to be. It kind of rattles you, because you almost don't know what the fuck to do. Right? You like, wait, hold on.
Right.
Like, girl, like you, my wife, like that was my everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have to talk to my wife. I could just look at her and she would know what I be thinking.
Yep.
See, that's in tune. You see what I'm saying? You know.
Losing my wife, that shit.
Oh yeah. You ain't gonna be the same, brother. I'm going through the same shit myself.
Yeah. Same thing. I'm dealing with it with Lady Che.
I'm praying for y'all, man. I'm praying like a motherfucker for y'all, cause that shit it'll fuck with you a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you used to, we used to shit going. Yeah, so that shit really hit me hard. I had to take a bit and figure shit out, because I'm like, I had to figure shit out, because I'm being honest. My wife did everything. I didn't know how much she did.
Right.
I didn't know until she was gone. Like I told you the other day in my broadcast, I was saying I found her notebook and she was writing shit down, like about shit I was saying, like everything I was talking about. She writing this shit down. She like, yo, nigga. Wow. So when she passed, when I saw her notebook, I started reading that shit. I'm like, damn.
She wrote down everything.
Everything. Yeah, I'm sitting there like, damn, I'm thinking my wife didn't really listen to me, but no, she was writing shit down all the damn time.
Yeah.
I even I look at how my garden look right now outside. I'm like, she had done drawn a whole damn sketch of like what the garden should look like. And I didn't even know that. And I'm like, I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, damn. I'm looking around like, yo, she knew exactly what was going on out here in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
She got crop rotations in the bitch. Like she got the shit like where the crops need to be moved every year.
Wow.
Like she like, nigga, we did corn over here, nigga. Can't do corn there next year. You gotta put tomatoes, you gotta do something else. Can't be no shit that's coming out the ground. It's gotta be in the ground. So she always had me on that shit. Like, so whenever we do something that come out the ground, we take and plant shit that's in the ground, because those plants replace what those plants took out.
Right.
I didn't know all that shit. She watching this shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. And then
That's when you know you got a good woman. When a woman is like that, she's like, she's kind of like she's masterminding the shit behind the scene. You don't really know that.
Right.
Well, see, here's the thing, people. See, here's the thing, people. When it comes to your woman, she is the chief second in your corner as you go out there and battle this thing called life.
Yeah, that's true.
Say, and what's the job of the chief second when you go battle out this thing in life is to tell you what you're getting hit with.
Yeah, you go.
Yep.
See, spiritually, physically, mentally, you know, it's all in unison. You see what I'm saying? And then, just like I wrote here in the chat room, an ancient African proverb: when an elder dies, a whole library goes with it.
Library,
that's and Brother Chen, you remember that? That's what I was trying to tell old dumb bunny Sarge.
Oh my
well,
God.
Man, they might have, but God made a mistake. Sarge, fuck you, shit.
Really? Have you ever met Sarge?
I don't think I've run across Sarge yet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well, Google some of our episodes that you could Google on Spotify, man. Of Shabaka's Black Experience, and he's there.
Oh yeah, he definitely there. That's Shabaka's
Oh
farm.
yeah. And then too, Sarge, you lying bastard, you gave me a bogus email address, Trick, to keep in touch with you.
All right. So I'm gonna move to the next topic, and Tariq is gonna give us an update on why, on the message or what we should get from Miss Viola.
Yeah, from my sister Viola. Yeah, I watched that joint. Yes, sir. Shabaka sounds like my nigga though on my Transformer script that I got to say. One of you niggas took my cigarette.
Yeah.
All right. And I am right now, I'm in the lovely Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Atlanta. Round of applause to Atlanta. Lovely. Atlanta looks good. Atlanta's a beautiful city at night. They've really revamped Atlanta a lot. It looks very good downtown.
I didn't
Atlanta
like it. I went through Atlanta. I didn't like
this weather in Atlanta, man. This weather is funny style as hell, man. I don't know what the damn wear.
I mean, minus the LGBT.
Atlanta weather, it's funny. Who lives in Atlanta? Look, I had to change outfits about 3 times a day, dude. It's cold as hell. This morning it was cold. Then it started raining. Then it got hot when it was raining.
Yeah.
Then it stopped raining and then got cold again. I'm like, God damn. I'm going to have to wear some rubber boots with flip-flops on the bottom of them bitches or something. What the hell?
I experienced that, Brother Che, when I was down there.
Yep, me too.
But, yeah, but Atlanta's beautiful. Lovely, lovely city. We went to a couple of restaurants because we brought the family out. We got the family doing the family vacation this week. We went to Restaurant 10. They got some very good fried turkey wings. That was good at Restaurant 10. Another restaurant we went to, Johnny's Chicken and Waffles over there in College Park. That was very good. That was good. Yo, my Atlanta folks, give me some more recommendations because we're trying a lot of spots out here while we're here. All right. there's a lot of new spots that I have not tried out here. So I want to try what's popping out here in Atlanta. So I know we got a lot of Atlanta folks in here. What's up, Miss Lady K? All right. Toast on Linux. Okay. Toast on Linux. Filling me up in Riverdale. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's popping out here, man. I love the vibe out here in Atlanta. And man, ever since I got here, man, some of the FBA family been hooking me up, man. When I got here, when I got my rental car, there was some funny style stuff going on because we needed a big size luxury vehicle and they wanted a whole bunch of extra stuff and whoop-de-whoop. And it was a brother who knew who I was. Brother, what's the name? Chris. Brother Chris. Work at the airport.
Really putting yourself up,
I was
huh?
a big fan and the brother hooked me up. Shout out to Chris from the airport. The brother hooked me up. Also, when we went to Johnny's Chicken and Waffles, there was another brother there from Colorado. He was a big fan. That brother ended up just paying for my family's meal. He was like, "Hey man, I took care of y'all bill, man. Let's just take a picture." I'm like, "Great, man. All right, that's love, brother.
I probably know who that
That's
was.
love." Shout out to the brother from Colorado who paid for our dinner at Johnny's Chicken and Waffles. Respect to you, brother. People, they've been just showing mad love out here. Mad love. So you can feel that vibe. You can feel that this is why, family, I tell you. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I ain't no tether. I'm FBS." You can just kind of feel people's energy, man. This is what I'm saying. And there's some lovely non-FBA people and all that stuff, but you can feel when somebody got that FBA energy. You can feel the vibe. It's a vibe and it's a frequency. It's a familiarity that it's almost like an extended family vibe that you can sense with people. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's not lying about that. It be brothers coming in. I can tell the brothers on the truck who come in that's like an FBA brother.
Snacks and toys for the kids. And there was a sister in line. "Hey, y'all getting Christmas early, huh?" I mean, she's FBA sister. We're just talking like we knew each other forever. She's telling me about her kids and grandkids. "I got 10 children, 15 grandchildren." We just sitting there talking like we knew each other. She was from here, from Georgia. So it's that kind of vibe. It's that kind of vibe. It's a beautiful thing. Now, hold on, what my wife wants? Hold on, Lexi. Hold on.
Look, I'm listening to a brother and these sisters and these two brothers and they wives. I'm in the grocery store. I'm listening to them. And when the nigga said, "She bringing a boy home," I stopped and I looked at them brother and sister, and everybody looked at me and we all started laughing. They said, "Oh, he know."
Hell yeah, I wanted a damn chicken sandwich. Hold on.
Like, yeah, you bringing a boy home.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Well, I had a hankering for a damn chicken sandwich. We went to dinner.
This is when he went to get the hamburgers. This when he didn't get her shit. The hamburgers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember he did this part and then he went to go get the actual hamburgers from Crystal.
A chicken sandwich with one pickle and some mustard, but diet mustard, and it got to be helmet. I don't feel like doing all that shit.
Where's the remote?
The remote? The charger? Yeah, it was a Ghanaian sister working at the Waffle House.
East Africans in the airport.
You referred to the woman from Ghana as a sister? Damn, Tariq, I thought you hated that.
Look, Tariq gonna be. Tariq is nice to everybody.
Right, he is. He only roasts them tellers when they get out of pocket.
Basically.
When they get to saying some out of pocket off the wall ass shit, then he gonna roast them.
It's over.
They come in there correct, then he gonna treat them with the same respect.
Burned up.
Okay, brother Cherry, you said to give it Tariq the best time to give it was in the middle of the
night.
Yeah, for the Hidden History Museum.
I visited the Hidden History Museum.
You been inside or you just been out?
No, just on the outside. Because they want $30 to go inside.
Yeah, we got to get you inside.
Yeah, I've been on the inside. I've been in there, me and Nice T Girl and all that shit.
Oh yeah, shout out to Nice T Girl and Sincere Love the
Them
God.
sisters is fine that be up in that bitch. That's the reason I went in. I'm like, all these sisters in here. I'm like, shit.
Now, don't let your Johnson mislead you, brother.
No, my Johnson did. My Johnson led me the right way.
Yeah, because I always remember this here, and you know what I'm about to say, Brother Che. It takes 6 guys to carry a man to his grave, and it only takes 1 woman to put him there.
When you say that.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but yeah,
if we all gonna fight over some women, go fight for some money and get paid.
Yeah, there's a lot. No, there's so many lovely sisters that I say when I was in there. Like, I have to say, even my sister, some chick named Star. I didn't know some chick named Star was fine. Her husband that nigga was looking at me too, because I kept talking to her. I'm like,
fight for some money. Fight for some money. Fight for some money.
It's fine in there, bro. I'm telling y'all, it was niggas in there choosing up on shorties. And look, I had a couple of sisters in there choosing up on me.
Oh shit.
So I love it. I fuck with it. I go out. I'm like, shit. I hope he having another rally. I was wishing he would have had another rally for reparations this year.
Yeah. I think the one that next year is going to be in Tulsa.
Yeah, I heard it might be in Tulsa.
I'm going to try to make it.
I'm going to come to Tulsa. We're going to be out there with Chief Dusty Wolf.
Oh, my God.
I got to have me some bail money set up first.
Yeah, we going to be out there with Chief Dusty Wolf. Chief Dusty Wolf, we fuck with Chief Dusty Wolf, too.
Yeah.
All right. And then for those of you, now I got to say this, Brother Che, you know what I'm going to say. Now, for those of you who ain't seen me, check my record at the LA County Jail. I got mug shots on file, man. And answer me this here, people. They did it to James Brown. They did it to Ike Turner. Why is it that they always want you looking your worst when you take your mug shots?
I don't know.
They always want you looking your worst.
Oh yeah, they get mad at me because I be smiling in my mug shots. They be like, "Hey, nigga, no smiling." But all of my mug shots got smiles.
Wow.
I try to do it quirky, like I be like, "Fuck a nigga, I'm a smile, nigga. Y'all got me in here. What the fuck am I here for? I don't know, but I'm gonna smile, nigga, in that picture."
I was not happy to be there. I was not gonna smile.
Oh yeah, I'm not happy, but I'm not gonna let them niggas see me unhappy.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be like, all right, nigga, look, I don't want to be in this bitch, but look, y'all got me. Ain't nothing I can do right now. So I gotta play by these fucking rules.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna smile. Y'all niggas not taking that part from me. And they got mad. They're like, he won't stop smiling. They're like, just take the damn picture.
I got a question. Not getting off topic, Brother Che. It's just a question.
Go ahead,
Has anybody seen any of these videos up here called Run, Nigga, Run? That shit be funny in the motherfucker, man. Man, and these dudes got some dough, and I give it to them, man, because them motherfuckers did an episode in the Chi. They did one in New York.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They even went to Panther Town and did one. Yeah, that should be funny as hell. Run, nigga, run.
I told niggas I got a joint I'm writing right now, a new movie that I ain't trying to put out too much, but it's called Uncles. Yeah. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, I can't
lit.
All right, let me
call
finish.
What now?
It's called Uncle.
Uncle. Oh, okay. All right, I'll make it a point to check it out, brother.
Yeah, when they go out, I'm gonna tag everybody. I'm gonna tag Jesse and everybody. I just started We just started the production. I just found a couple of niggas who got the look I want for uncles. So
all right.
Three of the niggas is homeless, but they look just like the uncle niggas I'm talking about. We gonna flesh these niggas out.
Okay.
And we gonna make it a really good. It's gonna be a really good movie because it's not the movie y'all think. Y'all think it's about a bunch of dusty uncles. It's not. Look, Uncle is dusty, but when the shit hit the fan, y'all gonna see these brothers rise to the occasion.
Okay.
And then also too, Breeze. If you're on Facebook, man, please like and follow my page called Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced.
Okay, on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gonna see me over here with my government because Facebook. I can only use my government on Facebook. Terrence Smith. So
man,
you see that when you see Terrence Smith, you know that's me. Because they don't let me use my Breeze Omega no more over there. They like, nigga. Nigga, if you gonna be on Facebook, they're like, nigga, you gotta put your government name.
Yeah. And they wanted the driver's license and all that shit too.
Yeah, I had to give them my picture, everything. I was like, nigga, these niggas.
Hey man, get this, homie. When I had my first page up, and you remember Henry Dessalines' brother Jay, they killed Henry. But these motherfuckers gonna tell me they want my driver's license, they want my picture. So you know what I did, y'all? I took a picture of a coon for the picture. And for the first name, I said fuck. And for the last name, I said you. And they went on and killed Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they killed Henry.
They told me, they said, shit, nigga, the only way you could get back on Facebook, you got to put your government, and we need to see your ID. I was like, this some bullshit. So,
Yeah, and another brother to get with too. Okay, not cutting you off, Bree, but brother Che, but another brother I reached out to, man, he communicated with me, man. That's the Renaissance man.
Oh yeah, you still need to.
Yeah, Renaissance man is heavy.
You need to reach out to my boy Anthony out there. He started the new area, Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, I saw them, man. It's because what had happened was last Christmas, man, I saw them on they was doing a live, right? Yeah. Handing the toys out to the kids and shit, man. So I got off in the car trying to find them, and then they had ended the live before I could find them. But North Las Vegas, that there's like the black section of Las Vegas people. And keep in mind that they did not allow black people on the strip until 1965. And being all fairness, you know who was very, very instrumental in allowing black people to get on the strip?
Who?
Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah, Frank Sinatra. Yeah.
Yeah, because what had happened was they had Nat King Cole there, you know, performing with Frank Sinatra, and Nat King Cole was sitting up there in the kitchen eating. And Frank Sinatra said, man, what the fuck you doing back here? He says, well, man, they won't let me, you know, sit in a restaurant with the rest of the people. He says, oh, is that right? So Frank went there and told the owner of that motherfucker, he said, hey, man, if you don't let that man sit up there and eat with the rest of us, man, I will leave this motherfucking town, and I will take everybody with me that I know that I bring here, and this son of a bitch will go bankrupt.
Yep.
He was right.
You did right.
Yeah.
You did right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just a clip, y'all.
Okay.
And I went to Walmart kind of late. I went to Walmart because I had to go to one that's
fast forward.
I can take about 3 of them. I can take 3 of them, but when it gets about 4 or 5, I'm gonna need a little assistance. But yeah,
I'll fast forward a little bit.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna check my bank statements to see if somebody put a damn zebra on layaway or some shit. I'm gonna have to check my statements.
Hey, I check my bank statements, man, every other day, just for shit like that.
I got to see if somebody downloaded a bunch of Afro beats using my damn credit card. I got to check my statements. I'm gonna check them.
Afro beats.
I mean, because I broke this down before.
Okay, here we go.
The many people of Tulsa.
No, I did some Afro beats, and then Breeze pull up a sister by the name of Miriam Makeba doing a song called "The African Sunset."
I want y'all to understand that many of the Black Seminoles went out to Oklahoma because the Black Seminoles were whooping on the United States government all in the mid 1800s. They were whooping on them and they could not beat them. The Black Seminoles,
and the Seminoles did offer refuge to escaped slaves in the swamps of Florida. That they did do. That is a fact.
Many of the white supremacists, many of the people in the U.S. Army, they were unaliving. They were putting in a lot of work, and the historians don't like to tell the whole truth about the Black Seminoles.
Because the Seminoles offered was Chief Osceola, and they got a city in Florida called Osceola too, by the way, too, Brother Check. Although I didn't
mess with you. Just leave Florida. Just go out there to Oklahoma. Yeah, there's Indian territory. Just go on out there.
And then when they tried to come get the slaves, the Union Army, Chief Osceola told that motherfucker, look, man, you got 5 minutes to get the fuck out of here, otherwise we feed you motherfuckers to these alligators.
Former Black Seminoles, or the descendants of the Black Seminoles, they formed a lot of black towns in Oklahoma. Yeah. Oklahoma is the state with the most black founded towns. The most black founded towns in the United States is in Oklahoma. Y'all look that up. Yeah. They form Boley, Wowoka, and Tulsa. Yeah. There's many towns there. And excuse me. So they were out there doing their thing. The Tulsa area became very significant. Because the white supremacists was like, y'all just do your thing. We ain't paying attention to you. We just don't want to see you. Just go on out there to no man's land. Because basically Oklahoma was just, they looked at no man's land. There ain't nothing out there. They'll be out of sight, out of
dust bowl.
Tripping on those niggers. And then the white supremacists looked up one day and said, hey, where'd this Negro get a car? Why are these black people dressed so nice? Hey, why are these people building mansions? They say, hey, wait a minute. We need to keep an eye on these people. Oh, no. We need to keep an eye on these people. Not only did their ancestors whoop on us, now the descendants are extremely financially successful. Hey, this is a problem. And the black people in Tulsa were doing great business. They were very successful, more successful than a lot of the white people there. They were about to start doing international business, and that scares people when we start doing international business. So they concocted that little farce where they said a black man tried to sexually assault a white woman in an elevator, and then they tried to run down on the black people. And what happened was the black people fought back. That first day of the Tulsa race attack, the white supremacists attacked the black people, and the white supremacists got their asses whooped. The brothers whooped on them. So what they had to do, they had to get backup and reinforcement from the National Guard, and they started using planes to drop bombs. They had to hit the planes and drop bombs on the black business district there. This first time in United States history where a bomb was dropped on citizens here. That happened with the Foundation of Black Americans in Tulsa. So they just massacred all of those beautiful black people, and they never gave compensatory justice. They never compensated those people. And the survivors, many of them were alive for a long time. In addition to Queen Mother Fletcher, there were some other survivors who were alive up until a few years ago. It was about wasn't about 3 of them, family, if I'm not mistaken.
It was 4.
It was about 3 of them, right? Because I remember seeing.
Oh, it was 3.
Few of them.
It was 3.
They would have a few of them during press conferences and things like that. It was about 3 of them, right? Fletcher. So the other 2 died, but Miss Fletcher, Mother Fletcher, she held on, man. And that was a spiritual message. That was a spiritual message, ladies and gentlemen, for her to remain here that long. Because, see, for a long time, America's tried to dodge reparations by claiming, well, the victims aren't alive anymore. When we start talking about reparations for slavery and Jim Crow atrocities. I mean, that was 100 years ago. I mean, nobody's alive today. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. And Miss Fletcher was right there in their faces, like, yeah, you owe. She was hollering about her money too. Yeah, I want something. Yes, we are still here. I'm here. So her presence, just her very presence, that forced the country to confront the truth. That the harm is not just ancient history, the survivors are still among us. And her longevity, it spiritually blocked the dominant society for using that, oh, that was a long, long time ago excuse. So they couldn't do that. So they had to play games and duck and dodge and do little grimy stuff to deny compensatory justice. You know?
Exactly.
And that woman's life, it represented a divine time capsule of unsettled ancestral justice, ladies and gentlemen. See, the Most High, man, it'll leave certain people on earth to be spiritual witnesses. So that sister, she endured 111 years. And that was a symbol that the trauma of Tulsa was never repaired. Like, we don't forget. The nation's debt to Black Americans remain unpaid. The lineage harmed by anti-Black terror is still here. So her longevity was very intentional from a spiritual standpoint, ladies and gentlemen. Like the spirit realm preserved that sister here to testify on behalf of the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't just bury that stuff. Oh, man, this was some spiritual stuff here, man. And she lived long enough to overlap with the foundational Black American delineation Renaissance movement that we're having right now. Her energy lends to that. See, she lived to witness the rise of the modern delineation movement where foundational Black Americans are reclaiming our lineage. We're demanding specificity. And we're pushing for tangible reparations. Yeah. So her life bridged two eras. I want y'all to understand something. See, this was very, very important. I want y'all to feel me. She was a part of raw racial terror, and she was a part of lineage-based reparations demands that we're having right now. So her energy was here for us to take up and continue with. You understand? That overlap is spiritually powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Her presence, it validated the argument that reparations are not just symbolic, they're owed to an actual lineage that's harmed. And they're still surviving people who never saw justice. Yeah? And she kind of symbolized that ancestral endurance and that foundational Black American spiritual resilience. You understand? Very few people live to be 111. You know? So that Majora spirit allowed that sister to survive the impossible. She survived a terrorist attack on this land. You understand? And she lived through the civil rights movement and this movement now. That's that persistence of the ancestors. That's that unbroken chain of witness. So she really embodied the idea that the ancestors, they'll keep a survivor alive until justice is demanded, not asked for, but demanded by its descendants, ladies and gentlemen. And again, they couldn't use that so long ago nonsense. And y'all know what they tried to do. They tried to do some. She went over. They sent her to Ghana or something, and she got some Ghana citizenship. Did y'all remember that? They tried to do that. That fell flat. We didn't give a damn. They took her over to Ghana or something like that, and then she got Ghanaian citizenship. Well, whatever. We don't care about no symbolisms. Yeah, we don't care about no symbolisms. Yeah, we want justice for that sister. Yeah, they tried to do it. They've been trying to do all types of symbolic stuff. Yeah, nobody cared. Yeah, nobody cared. The Democrats kind of orchestrated that. Nobody cared. You know, we didn't care. We're like, where's the money? Because when they were trying to get money, the courts were being real janky. They denied giving her and the other survivors reparations.
Kangaroo courts, man.
You understand?
Kangaroo courts.
So yeah, we don't care about that symbolism. That woman lived to see some justice served, and she passed the mantle to us. And we're going to keep up that justice fight in her name and the name of others, all of our ancestors. You understand? Yeah, because all of that, her existence completely invalidated that was long ago narrative. Yeah, that's that. They love saying that anytime it comes to repairing us and giving us compensatory justice, or the slavery and racial terrorism, that's so long ago, you just let it go. It didn't happen to nobody who's alive now. Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Oh, yes, it does, Tariq. That's why they have policy enforcers.
Yeah, you prove that Tulsa race massacre wasn't ancient. You know? And her passing really marks a shift. See, the burden of justice, it now falls on the foundation of Black American lineage. She symbolized the last physical survivor holding America accountable. So now the spiritual message is clear. Her generation carried the trauma. Our generation has to carry the justice. Yeah? We got to carry that damn justice. And listen, she carried that same last generation energy, family, that a lot of former slaves had in the 1960s. Y'all remember, family, there were people, slavery ended, 1865? Was that the official time slavery ended? And again, a lot of us, we would live to be over 100 years old. Yeah, just like Miss Fletcher. So remember, family, in the 1960s, around 1965, you had people who were enslaved who were like 100 years old, 100 plus. I want y'all to think about this, family. Think about it. Remember, in the 60s, that was the thing. There were a lot of former slaves who were just dying in the 60s. Some say some were dying in the early 70s. You understand? But in the 60s, that was a thing. A lot of former people who were literally enslaved were living well over 100. They were still alive in the 1960s. So that energy during the civil rights movement, they were, these were people born under legal slavery, but they were still alive. So their presence made segregation and racial terror feel like a straight line continuation of slavery and not a separate chapter. So they had spiritual pressure that helped force a lot of those legislative wins. A lot of the riders in the 1960s took that energy because these people were just now transitioning, so that fresh ancestral energy was boosting and fueling the civil rights movement. They felt like, okay, we got this.
You got to mention the Black empowerment era too, Tariq.
Move the
it wasn't
the
just the civil rights movement, man. You got to mention the Black empowerment era
for these ancestors. So it's the same thing with Mother Fletcher. She's the last generation of that racial terrorism that was just blatant. So that energy that she has is spiritually present in us right now. You understand? And we have to take the mantle. And family, that has given us a spiritual assignment. You understand? We have to guard and we have to weaponize the records. You understand? When we have to tell our stories. This is why we have to tell our stories. We have to turn remembrance into concrete reparations organizing. We got to do it for Mother Fletcher and others. You understand? We got to honor sites of Black suffering as sacred ground, not just photo ops. We got to go out there to Greenwood, and I have to get out there. I got to get out there to Tulsa and really show my respect, just like I do in other places. Like New Orleans. I love going to New Orleans and showing honor and respect to those ancestors there, because a lot of that spiritual energy is heavy there. But we need to go to these places, to these massacre slavery sites, with the mindset that you're entering a spiritual courtroom, not a tourist attraction. We don't go in there treating it like the white tea people do. They be in there just yucking it up and doing weddings. No, we go in there with honor and reverence and showing respect to them, and letting them give us a spiritual assignment. You understand? It's very, very important to tap in with that energy to show them we didn't forget about them. That's why we shot a couple of my movies on plantations before. And I'm telling you, that energy is very, very real. And it's very empowering when you get on the right frequency. It's like, if I go to these plantations to see what our people endured, that makes me say, hey, I'm gonna get some justice. Oh, I'm not gonna let you all do all this and have gone through this in vain. No, it's our duty. It's my duty and your duty to make sure they did not have to survive all that in vain. You see? And, we also got to talk to the elders, man. Talk to some of those elders in your family. Get the game, get those stories from them, get that history from them. They'll tell you better than anybody. Talk to them elders, man. You find an elder who's the foundation of Black America, and you have a treasure trove of knowledge and wisdom. Get the game. I'm not talking about just old niggas. I'm talking about some people with some good information historically.
Live long enough, clown, your ass to be old too.
Enforcement arm of the ancestors. We gotta treat political work, economic moves, cultural output as a part of enforcing a spiritual judgment. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we gotta do. That's our job. Oh man. And part of that job is to not let our shit get tethered up. And speaking of tethers and speaking of Mother Fletcher, Obama made his little tweet. Obama made a tweet. Obama tweeted, what did he tweet? He said, as a survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre, Viola Fletcher bravely shared her story so that we never forget this painful part of history. Michelle and I are grateful for her lifelong work to advance civil rights and send our love to her family. And people were on Obama's bumper like, Obama, sit your big ear tether ass down. And sit down, Obama. Oh, they were eating Obama's ass up. Oh, no, you didn't, Obama. Obama, you were in office for damn near a decade. You could have produced justice for this woman, you and the damn Democrats. Y'all went out of y'all way to deny compensatory justice to this woman. We're going to get a tweet?
Well, he's right about that.
Yeah, you honor her story. You never honored her damn justice. You never used your executive power, your DOJ, or that other tether, Eric Holder. Y'all never got no remedies for this sister and the survivors. No compensatory mechanisms for the Tulsa survivors. Man, a government-enabled mob destroyed 35 square blocks, unaliving hundreds of people, leaving 10,000 foundational Black Americans homeless. That's a clear federal civil rights violation. Obama didn't do no restitution efforts, no civil rights investigations, nothing. Now, Obama did give some tangibles to Holocaust survivors, and the U.S. didn't even commit that genocide. He did that. Remember 2015, like $12 million in federal funding for Holocaust survivors? Yeah. He threw billions of dollars for Native Americans. Man, he was writing blank checks for Native Americans, the red ones. Come on, man. Y'all remember that? Man, like $3-4 billion. Oh, he was giving payouts to LGBT victims of people who were victims of discrimination and all that. Man, yeah, he didn't do all that symbolism with these other people. Even the Japanese Americans, he was pushing for more redress expansions for them. to get more paper. But with us, but we get symbolisms. Obama always, with us, all we got from Obama was symbolisms. Yeah? You go visit the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma. Everybody else getting money and checks. You go visit Selma.
John Henry, who was that nigga's name, Brother Jay? Talking about good trouble and the nightstick glider. Yeah, and the nightstick glide upside his head and they laid that clown out. Good trouble. Sitting on the floor of the U.S. Congress.
No compensatory land restoration, nothing. Who's this? Who's texting me? Hold on. So yeah, man, we're cool on that. We cool on Obusi. Right. Yeah, all we did, he wagged his finger at us saying, you pull up your pants and stop looting. And yeah, all Obama did was wave his finger at us. Stop acting like thugs. So yeah,
and then not to mention when Osama went over there to Kenya to push that alphabetized agenda, and they told his ass to get out of town.
Delineation is the move. That's why delineation is the wave, and that's the new norm. Yeah, just get out there and vote. This fool talking about we need to vote for Hillary. Well, what about my legacy? Yo, legacy, boy, y'all don't understand how pissed off when he went out there talking about what about his legacy? How come we ain't voting for Hillary? Dude, your legacy is all the black folks who are unalive unjustly and nothing was done about it. That's your legacy. This is why we ain't voting for y'all like that. Fool.
Well, he's right about that.
Tether? Yeah, talking about his damn legacy. He was reprimanding us because we weren't running out voting for no damn Hillary. The hell we gonna vote for her for? We dealt with the damn Clintons. We still got people in jail because of the crime bill Clintons. What the hell you think this is? Yeah, but that's that tether mindset that Obama had. That's when we started waking up to the tethers. We're like, this dude don't read the room. He must not know nobody. He ain't reading the room at all. The only foundation Black American he hang with is Michelle. Man, who's texting me? God damn, hold on. Who's this? It's heavy, man. Shout out, we got a lot of folks in here. Shout out to everybody in here. We got a lot of folks in here, but we don't even have 100,000 hearts. What we doing, fam? What we doing with the heart game, fam? Can we get those heart games up? Can we get that heart up? Let's get the hearts up, family. All you gotta do is push the button. Just tap that button. Just tap the screen and we get the hearts going. Or just tap the screen and we'll get those hearts going, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. How do you send hearts? You just tap the screen. That's it. You tap the screen. Let me get some more folks in here. Let me get some more people in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just start inviting random folks, and I'll just let y'all chop it up. Okay, who's talking?
Peace. It's Noble.
What's your name, brother?
Noble Day.
Noble. How you doing, Noble?
Peace. I'm righteous and wise. What's up, brother? It's a pleasure.
Okay, how much longer we got, Brother Che?
Now, you from Brooklyn, New York?
I'm from Harlem.
Harlem. Shout out to Harlem, brother.
Shabaka.
What's on your mind, brother?
Black
man, I'm coming from a different.
Yeah, because I got to go pay this damn raggedy ass cell phone bill, so they don't pull the plug on my shit. You know.
Disagreeing with you, right? And then.
And I am gonna get. And I'm gonna get that 209 number back on too, Brother Che, by the end of next month.
You know, when you get past the kumbaya, because you already know, you've been to Harlem, you already know, right? So when you out there, everything is, it's a tether community. Yeah. So you kind of groomed to believe that we all together, but we not.
Right.
Everybody been blessed. I come from a place where we owned that property before the certain communities came over and got their foothold. You know what I'm saying? So I seen what you call an FBA dollar. I seen that. Right? So when them people come over, and really start putting their hooks in our community and sucking the life out of our community, it's every race for themselves. Then when you go to the prison, the Mexicans side with the skinheads, Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? They side with the
they've been doing that.
You know, so we don't have no allies.
Probably do 2 more topics about
as bad as
Okay.
You know,
All right. Okay.
Whatever, take that for what it's worth. Whoever's listening, I'm a 52-year-old brother. Listen.
Yes, sir.
And I come from a place where Black people loved each other. It wasn't no gangs when I grew up. That came in the 90s. So I know what Black love looked like when our own dollar circulate amongst us.
Right.
That Oklahoma, they was land barons. Them brothers were some of the wealthiest people in the world. They owned the oil.
Yes, they did.
Robbed us of oil wells. They owe a debt that they can't pay.
Right.
So the whole cream, cream
that
is,
is a
and this
fact.
goes back to when you dropped that Hidden Colors, right? You whatever y'all want to say about the Mansa Musa, it was brothers that had money back then, and the world came together and agreed that they not gonna pay us, they gonna rather exterminate us. It's real simple. You the big homie, we owe you money. Brothers conspire against you not to pay you. We rather knock you off than to pay you. We are the descendants of some of the wealthiest people. Nobody had estates, Tyreek. Everybody else around the world was always subject of a monarch. We are the only people in the history of mankind. We was never subject of a monarch. That's one. Two, we the only people, brother, who got clean hands. We've never had a doctrine of warfare against anybody else, Tyreek.
Right.
We the only people on earth with clean hands. We the most righteous people in the history of mankind.
Well, he's right about that.
Warfare against anybody else. We fight each other. We got.
Hey, note this day, brother Che.
We never get together, even with all of this foolishness now, and say, "Hell, you know what? Let's knock off."
This is the first that I'm agreeing 90% of what Tariq is saying and presenting.
Have a doctrine
Wow.
to destroy us. Wow,
hey, that's a first.
And I yield, brother. I love and appreciate y'all.
Man, respect to you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's get let me see. Let's get Samantha Jenkins.
Hey, Tariq.
Hey, beloved, how are you?
I'm doing good. I tried to get on. You want me to turn my camera?
Yes, ma'am. Turn the camera on, please.
Okay, let me see. Okay, it's on. I gotta
hit say. There you go. There you go.
Hey, Tariq.
How you doing, love?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I tried to get on Sunday and I dropped my phone, and of course you roasted me. You probably got your bonnet on. I'm like, Tariq, I dropped my phone.
What city you in, by the way, dear?
I'm in Texas. I'm in Mesquite, Texas.
Oh, cool. Where that by
down there, Governor Bull, Governor Rowley.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not from here, but this is where I live. This is where I was reared.
Were you from Mississippi originally?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay, cool. When last time you been back to Louisiana?
I mean, we go home all the time. My whole family is down there. I got family all over the place, but that's where we come from. So just whenever we can get a chance to get down there, we'll go.
Yes, indeed. So what else is on your mind, beloved?
I was just, I just want to call, give a shout out, to you. I rewatch, all of the, all of your films. And today it took me a while to watch Buck Breaking because I thought it was going to be a little bit too much for me to handle. Yeah. But then once I watched it, I appreciated, what it was about.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it was
heavy,
deep.
Right? Yeah, it was heavy.
It was deep. And as a matter of fact, I got probably another 15 to 20 minutes in, and then I saw that you was going out live, and I was like, let me go ahead and speak, because you don't normally come on this early.
Yeah, so, yeah. And I'm only doing that because I'm in Atlanta, so it's a whole big time difference. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
So.
Now, where's your dude? Where your dude?
Single.
How many kids you got?
One.
Well, how old is the baby?
Baby, 26.
God damn. Okay. Well, y'all be having these grown ass kids now, but I'm thinking you like in your late 30s or something. Good
no,
Lord.
sir. 48.
Okay.
It don't crack,
I see that. Are the toes and fingernails looking good? How's everything looking?
I work a lot, so my nails not done. I'm a commercial adjuster, so I'm always, typing and stuff like that. But my feet done.
Oh, good. What's the best dish you can cook?
I'm from Louisiana, Tyreek. I can cook anything.
Oh, there it is.
Anything.
We
Anything. You know.
We're gonna get some people up in your DMs. We're gonna get some
Do
brothers.
that.
Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
I'm available.
Yes, indeed. Because you sound like you got your mind right.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed. And you got it together. Now, your baby daddy, your son's is his son or daughter?
A son.
Where's the baby? Where is he? That baby dad?
No, I mean, he's married. You know, no beef.
Okay,
you know,
good.
it is what it is. You know, we were young. You
Right.
know, when that happened, you know, got everything together. I mean, he's 26. It ain't that, you know, like I hear online, how many baby dad? Man, I got a grown kid, one kid. You know, so yeah.
There it is. All right, thank you so much, beloved. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye, family.
Lovely Sasha, very sweet young lady. I am. Someone's like telling me, man, I'm trying to hook y'all up. Shit, I'm hooking this for y'all, not for me. Shit, I'm hooking y'all up. Trying to show y'all some sisters with their minds right. You know, this for y'all. They're a very nice sister. Yeah. I be trying to hook y'all up. Y'all need to hook up. This is what y'all need to be hooking up with. Sisters who got it together. The kid is grown, so he probably ain't in the house like that. So she got the crib to herself. Still looks good. Yeah. From Louisiana. Cook. Come on, y'all need to slide through. I'm trying to give y'all an alley-oop. You know? Yeah, she's watching films about our history and lineage and consciousness. So yeah, that's a keeper. You know? That's a keeper. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. So y'all niggas stop laying up with hood rats. Some of y'all too old. Y'all out here in your 50s still messing with hood rats. You gotta age out of hood rats, fam. I want y'all to understand. At a certain age, you just can't really mess with hood rats. You know? You too old to be smashing on an air mattress, going over to the hood chick spot. Sometimes you're just too old for that, fellas. Yeah? You too old to be going over a woman's house eating ramen noodles with her ass. You need somebody from Louisiana like this sister who can make a pot of gumbo for your ass.
Right.
Yeah? Come on now. Man. You age out of the hood rats, fellas. Somebody said he feels attacked. I know. Y'all know how it is.
Bring it back in.
You still getting directions to go to a hood rat's house.
Mic check.
And hood rats, when they tell you to come to their house, they talk in code, so they don't let you know how ratchet their neighborhood is. They be talking like in LA. Like come visit me. I live over there. Well, now where you live? Well, kind of close to the Crenshaw Mall. I live, how close? Well, I live behind the Crenshaw Mall. Bitch, you mean the jungle? Yeah, technically it's on the edge of the jungle. No, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
No. Y'all know how they used to do back in the day, fellas.
Breeze.
They wouldn't want to tell you exactly that they lived in the damn jungle. Ma'am, you live in a killer blood neighborhood? No, ma'am. Where there's only one way in and one way out? No, ma'am. Oh, they try to be slick. Try to tell you where they live. Oh, say, what you gonna do?
No, he's right about the jungles. Okay, we appreciate.
You're gonna see like a wooden apartment complex, and next to it is gonna be a brick building, a brick building. What do you mean a brick building? A brick building? Yes, a brick. You get there. Oh, this is a housing project. Okay. This brick building is the projects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't talk in code. Just say you live in a damn project so I can make this U-turn and get the hell out of here.
Right.
I'm in a damn brick building. So you better know the hood rat cues. Yeah.
Yeah, Los Angeles is a nice place to be away from, far away from.
Brick building, that's a code for the projects.
Run, nigga, run.
Like that, to be honest. But then they got some other projects that ain't quite great, but damn.
Yeah.
Well, What she said? She said she lived in the good part of where? The good part of Compton. Yeah, shit. Man.
Brother Check.
Oh, yeah, you really got to be careful with the women in L.A., man.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to have to cut it short, man, because I got to go. Yeah, I got to handle this business. Thank you for having me on.
In here.
Shout out there to Tariq Nasheed, although I disagree with him most of the time, but I had to agree with him 90% of what he said on his presentation on this one there. And if I didn't do that recognition, I'll be less than a man. And then for those of you on my social media, please continue your hate mail, okay? I find the ignorance most entertaining. And then, of course, the intellectual and what have you that want to talk serious, we're more than happy to have you as well. Okay, brother Check. And also, too, I'm looking at football standards, man. Them ponies, man, are going to ran over.
I told you the Broncos was going to win, Shabaka.
Man, well, I'm going with the Shy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Shy, man, you know, I think they win 2 more games, they can clinch in getting off there into the NFC. So the Ponies...
They're going to have to beat the Eagles and the Rams, Shabaka. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, the Eagles is going to be difficult, yeah. Get in touch with that. Wait a minute. No, Mad Dr. D, he was the Eagles fan, yeah. Yeah, may he rest in power, okay, but... April Aaliyah Jones, she likes those cowgirls, you know what I'm saying? Love seeing the Cowboys. Yeah, they beat the Chiefs yesterday, man. That wasn't cool.
That was cool. That was lovely. Now we're 4 games ahead of them. That's lovely.
Man. And put them ponies back in the barn.
So and then it's coming through Bronco Stadium, Shabaka.
What's coming to Bronco Stadium?
The road to the Super Bowl.
Oh, man, they're up there in the mile-high income city.
Yeah.
Well, Super Bowl is going to be played once again at Levi's Stadium, so I know Jay Militant is happy about that.
Yeah. He'd be really happy if Niners get in.
Yeah, and I think the 49ers do have half a chance, and if they go in there, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go with the 49ers. If the Bears don't make it, it'll probably be the Bears and the 49ers playing in the NFC Championship. Oh, man, I wonder if I'll go check one of these damn casinos, man, see what the odds is on that shit. Might fuck around, man. They got to get by the who?
The Lambs.
The Lambs.
Yeah.
Man, damn Lambs, man. Later for the Lambs organization. Later for Georgia Fratiari because she did Steve Rosenblum's son real bad. You know what I'm saying? She did him real bad, you know, when Carol Rosenblum died, you know. So I got something personal on the Lambs, against the Lambs on that. Then not to mention the Lambs when they was playing at the LA Coliseum. They moved to Anaheim. Well, you know, you got too many thugs in South Central and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Damn Lambs. Yeah. Whatever team you Lambs play, I hope they make lamb chops out you rascals. You know? What?
They got a good squad this season, Shabaka.
Huh?
They got a good squad this season. A lot of people are saying it's going to be the Broncos and the Lambs.
Oh, man, then I ain't taking neither one of them teams, man. Bet on the ponies is uncivilized.
You better bet on the Broncos, Shabaka.
Yeah, and then Mark Davis here in Las Vegas. You call yourselves Raiders? Get the fuck out of town or change your goddamn name.
They talking about the Masqueraders?
Man, them scrubs, man, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's horrible, man. It's uncivilized.
2-8.
It's uncouth.
That is uncouth. 2-8. That's horrible.
That's horrible. So, you know, you Raiders, you cats either change your fucking name or get out of town, you know? Well, anyway, folks, putting all bullshit aside, okay, Thank you for having me here, Brother Che, on Grand Rising this morning. Okay, I got to go out and pay some bills, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So definitely check us out for Shabaka's Black Experience on our usual time. Okay, on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, we're trying to rebuild the platform to make it even better. Okay, and we need some donations for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Send your donations to Brother Che. Brother Che, send them to me. You know how we do it. And please itemize the donations so we could thank and mention our contributors. And then also too, in the future, we want to have advertisement space for sale on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. I'm writing up the paperwork on it on rough drafts. I'm going to be beginning, you know, so therefore if you're marketing something, you make a donation to us, we'll be more than happy to mention what you're doing. Shout out there to the new Blacc Panther Party, shout out there to Dynamite, Sheikah Mom Akbar, and even Sister Aket. Yeah. And also too, even the Sister Aket, you know, she's got a lot of knowledge and what have you, you know. And also, too, a shout out there to every Black man, woman, and child that's trying to do right and positive things. So I'm going to bid y'all a good day from Sin City. You know, I say drive the streets out here because I don't think these motherfuckers is too damn drunk yet, you know. So I got to go.
They're playing today. I think y'all got the Friday, Black Friday game.
Oh, okay. I'll look at these masquerades and see if they can redeem themselves. So I'm going to go up there, go pay this communications bill, man, so I can stay intact, you know. Yeah. All right, so I'll give you a call later on today, Brother Che, and thank you for having me.
Okay, you're welcome, Shabaka. I'm about to end the show, too, because it's already after 3 hours.
Right. Okay. All righty. Take care. Okay.
You too. Peace. All right, so this is going to conclude season 11, 3, Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase in conjunction with the Frontline Black News. Join us tomorrow for a brand new episode of the Frontline Black News. Frontline Black News, season 6, episode 3, episode 2. Episode 2. Episode 2, part 1 of the Frontline Black News. So we'll see y'all then. In the meantime, make sure y'all like and subscribe to all of our platforms. Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook. The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter. So appreciate everybody that tapped in with us. Shout out to Breeze Omega. Make sure y'all sub up to his channel on YouTube. Appreciate him joining us this morning. And shout out to Mac 285 for tapping in, our hype man, as usual. Anybody that was speaking and not speaking. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separations. Oh, yeah, and always peace to Shabaka for joining us for Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chase. His name is in the title, so he definitely has to be present. And he's our West Coast correspondent out of the Sin City now. So peace, love, light, reparations, separations, delineations, and Black empowerment. Chan Krumah and Lady Che. Signing off from the Mountain High Income and the Legal Migrant Flooded City. Peace. See y'all tomorrow. And go Broncos.